Yippee-ki-yay, motherfucker.
Ho, ho, ho.
Merry Christmas! Merry Christmas!
Merry Christmas, George.
Hello, you festive bastards, and welcome to my creamy candy cane lump wonderland. And yeah, I'll be joined by Lord Toxic now, real PI, since this movie is about a private investigator getting involved in a very, very convoluted dark conspiracy in the middle of Christmas-drenched California. So how you doing, Lord of Toxicity? How you doing?
Oh, ho, ho, ho. And that's not me calling your mother either. That's me being festive. Hey, Nix, how are you, buddy? Yeah, this is one of my very favorite movies. I dare to say, except for Lethal Weapon, it's the best Shane Black property. So I really enjoy this. I'm honored that you would have me on for this because this is such a fun movie. Definitely one of my
it's easily quotable, and yeah, the plot can be a little bit. You do really have to pay attention to the plot because there is a lot going on, a lot of little details, everything. Because it kind of goes back to like the Maltese Falcon, where you're getting a lot of stuff just sort of thrown at you, but you still got these really good characters and this really good snappy dialogue to really help you get invested in them. And the characterization is really fucking good. I mean, you get these characters straight away. I mean, these are not morally perfect characters. They're kind of flawed assholes, but they still somehow found a way to humanize them a little bit. And
well, that's Shane Black's real talent, isn't it? And making these morally ambiguous characters and having them do like kind of wade through this cesspool of the darker side of the City of Angels. And at Christmas time, I'm sure that's not a coincidence that most of his films or properties, things that he's written, are of a Christmas nature. I'm sure that's not a coincidence.
I know he seems to really love sort of like going a little bit nihilistic with the Christmas thing. I mean, Lethal Weapon. I mean, you had pretty much the hero about to blow his own brains out, almost come close to blowing his brains out a few times. It's
while watching a Christmas special, no less. While watching a Christmas special for kids in his trailer.
It's like, 'tis the season to blow your brains out. La 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 la. He's got a very dark sense of humor, Shane Black, and I know he's gone off a little bit though. But back then, man, he was and this was like his the first thing he had done in a long time as well. And this was also like it was almost like a little bit of a comeback for Robert Downey Jr., but it wouldn't be until 3 years later when he did Iron Man when he really came back. But this is like one little film that seems to never. I don't know if it became a really big hit though, but I did see some good reviews.
No, it didn't do. It was one of those ones that just really the only reason people know of it is because of the DVD was getting passed around. It was one of those kind of like Boondock Saints type thing where everybody was like, "You got to watch this," and I was actually encouraged to. I was still in the Army, and people were like, "You got to watch this, Sergeant Kelly. You're gonna really, really like this." And I'm like, "Nah." Robert Downey doesn't really do nothing, but due to the fact that I had just binged Spartan the year before with Val Kilmer, I'm like, well, it's got Val in it, so I'll give it a shot. And it wound up being very unexpected, very, very unexpected to me. I was very surprised in what I saw, and in a good way, not in the bad way where you're like, oh man. It was like, holy shit, look at this little treasure that I've discovered.
I remember Zoo Weekly magazine just it was a lads magazine, like hot women, cars, football, everything, and they would do movie reviews as well. And this was like a very highly rated movie. I mean, they gave this good reviews, and I'm like, why have I not seen TV promos for this as well? I mean, even put up a few of the quotes on there, and I was like, okay, these quotes actually sound very funny. I want to check this out. And it would be a while until I saw it on TV before I watched it, and yeah, I was like, damn, there's some very dark shit in here. I mean, you got a guy essaying his infant daughter, and it's like, Christ, man. But then you got this snappy dialogue as well, these very sort of darkly funny moments, and it's somehow he manages to balance it out very well. You know, it never gets too dark, and it never gets. It does go off a little bit more meta, but it never goes. It never seems to compromise the dark tone. It seems to find a good way of meshing those two elements together.
Yeah, when we get to the part that kind of points it out when you go through the slides and stuff, I'll point out how it manages to be meta without really slapping you in the face with it. It's like meta, but for people who would get the joke. That's the great thing about Shane Black's writing and plotting and his dialogue and his characters, really, is that he makes the stuff that he makes, the good stuff, he makes it for people who get the joke, you know. So if you're not a Shane Black fan, more than likely, I don't know anyone who isn't a Shane Black fan that has enjoyed a Shane Black property, maybe like Last Boy Scout or Lethal Weapon, because he managed to make those kind of broadly accessible. But then something like this, you know, The Nice Guys, you really have to be kind of a Shane Black fan in order to kind of be in on the joke, so to speak.
I know, because when we did The Nice Guys, I mean, I did sort of, start to realize there is some flaws in this as well that Kiss Kiss Bang Bang have done better, because it is a very similar dynamic, isn't it? You got the sort of grizzled veteran who knows what he's doing, while you got the guy who was kind of a bit of a fuck up as well, but he kind of means well. But Downey Jr. is actually done a little bit better. I mean, you see a lot of moments where he is very moral, despite the fact he's a thieving bastard. You know, he's not a tough guy. He tries to stand up for a woman who's about to get essayed in her sleep, even though he gets a living shit kicked out of him for it. But but he's still a very likable loser. That's what he is.
He's one of those lovable goofballs that has like a particular talent. Like he's got the Magic Man, quick hands and stuff, which he somehow can't figure out how to translate into fighting for some reason.
Yeah, no, he's not a good fighter. I mean, if I was a criminal, I probably would end up being a bit more like Downey Jr. because he's not really a violent guy. I mean, you see him kill someone for the first time and it haunts him. So he's not really done anything that extreme. He's just probably just done something petty and that's it.
Yeah. No, I love the dynamic. I don't always like a dynamic where I like the competent person to be the older, you know what I mean? Like it's been done to death where you have this wild card loser that's like exceptional. Like you got Martin Riggs, and listen, and I'm not banging on Martin Riggs. I fucking love Martin Riggs as a character, but I mean, it's been done to death, hasn't it? So, I mean, having that go again, especially in this, you know, being a PI story is kind of, I would say this is probably more similar to Last Boy Scout than I would say that it's similar to The Nice Guys. I could see the comparison being easier to understand with The Nice Guys, but I'd say it probably has a lot more in common with The Last Boy Scout, with the way that it's done, its sense of humor, you know, the dynamic between the two protagonists. You know, I think it does that better. And not to mention the addition of Michelle Monaghan, which this was my first real exposure to Michelle Monaghan. And I was like, holy, who is this?
Oh, damn, man. She's this is her.
She is a smoke show in this movie, dude.
She was. And she's a really good, likable, strong character as well. She's not like, she does beat up a guy, but it kind of is done very realistically. But most of the time, she's just mostly using her wits, isn't she? And a sort of like history of trying to be an actress kind of pays off and helps him out with a little scrape later on in the movie, which I thought was which is very good as well. Because I mean, he's got the magic hands, and she's got the acting talent as well. It's mostly the scene where she's pretending to be this like carpet salesman, isn't she? When he calls for help. I mean, okay, that was kind of cool. It's a very nice reveal.
Yeah. No, there's a lot of great little nods to, you know, how good the protagonists are at their respective, you know, they get to show off their talents.
I know that's one of the things. Yeah, if you're gonna have a character who's involved in something, have it be a skill that sort of pays off later as well. I mean,
right. I don't want exactly like, I'm glad you said it that way. Cause like, you know, you see the 90s films like Broken Arrow, where the park ranger that's teamed up with Christian Slater all of a sudden becomes a martial arts master out of nowhere. It's like, dude, stop. What are you doing? What are you doing? Like, that's ridiculous. Like, why are we doing this? You know, I like it doesn't need to be that way. I remember a comedian saying that one time in the 90s on like HBO stand-up, said something like, you know, in the movies, everybody's a kung fu master, you know, and it's like, come on, even our beloved Buffy show. I mean, why did the vampires rise and all of a sudden they all know kung fu for some reason?
Yeah, no, I did like it in Angel when he becomes human. He doesn't know how to fight like he used to as well, because he's like human now. It's like somehow the demon kung fu thing is just gone from him now, because, you know.
I guess we have to headcanon that the down.
Yeah, that is one of the things I think we just have to accept a little bit.
There's some kung fu master that's just like, all right, welcome to hell. We're going to teach you kung fu for a couple thousand years. Like, all right, that sounds good. But anyway, kiss, kiss, bang, bang.
Yeah, we'll probably just jump into it straight away, because why not? Fucking hell. I mean, it kind of just starts off in the past, innit? And you're wondering what, because Harry is a fucking terrible narrator. I mean, he doesn't really bring the context until later, is he? It's like what he says when your dad tells a joke, and it's like, oh, did I tell you that the horses or some bullshit? But
yeah, it's a little bit. If I'm being honest, the opening sequences that are in flashback form and stuff like that, it's a little bit of with the fact that he points out, hey, I'm a bad narrator. All right, Nix, thank you so much, buddy. When Harry points out, you know, hey, I'm a bad narrator, it's a little bit of lamp shading, if I'm being honest. It's, you know, because it's like pointing out the thing that you're doing. It's like, okay, we're doing some bullshit exposition here, blah blah blah. But I mean, I guess I can forgive it. I guess if the whole movie was like that, I would be a little less forgiving of it. But since it's just at the very beginning and the rest of the movie really makes you work for it to kind of, because you mentioned a couple times in your opening, it has a convoluted plot. I'm not going to say you're wrong. I mean, it kind of does, but I don't really have a problem with that. I'm kind of glad it was, because it just gave me more chance, more need to watch it again, so I can sort of like put together a few of the pieces I might have missed, you know, and especially when doing this, I probably still have, but I think, I don't know, at least it's a fun movie with some good characters. Like, you kind of want to be with these characters throughout the movie, even if the film was a confusing mess that actually made no sense. But they're so fucking fun, they're so funny, they're so goofy, they're so likable, they're so kind of despicable, but they've got a charm to them, though. But so yeah, it's like you see this kid called Harold. He's got his magic show as well. You got the little girl in with the fake legs, because the kid with a chainsaw. Because back in the days, kids wet pussies. They had no health and safety, saying, "Oh, you can't touch a chainsaw, you'll cut your hand off." And it's like, we'll let them cut their hands off, because if it happens, it's their fault. Yeah, that'll teach him. He'll learn that way.
Yeah, but they just start screaming like some shit's going wrong, and they think the chainsaw's actually going into her, and the chainsaw's stuck. But then they open up. Nope, she's pissing about. She's acting, and she's like, "I'm going to be an actress." And the dad hits her. It's like you see him raise his arm, and then it cuts to black. But you know what?
Yeah, that was right away. That lets you know what kind of movie you're watching. It's really
yeah. This movie is not. This is not polite, despite the very light-hearted sound of music. But then you got this very good opening with all this like little. It looks like the front cover of many noir novels. You know, the way the art style is done, and you got a little bit of the James Bond in there, everything. And yeah, I think I might check out the original book, see what it's like.
The books that they reference in the movie?
No. Apparently, it's off a novel called. Let's go back a bit. Here we go. Based in part.
What is it called?
Bodies Are Where You Found Them by Brett Halliday. It's based in part. Yeah,
that wasn't made just for the movie. That's a real thing.
No, it looks like it says based in part upon the novel. So I'm guessing sections of it inspired the rest of the movie. So well, I'm gonna have to read that myself, because there's let's see what it's like, see how it compares. I doubt we'll have Shane Black's sort of like meta humor there, but who knows? So yeah, you see. I'm guessing that's all the Johnny Gossamer pages thrown on the opening credits there. You got the blood splat, the lipstick. Very nice noir touch there as well.
Are you meaning to be showing? I hear your thumb moving. Are you meaning to be showing slides? Because no slides are showing except for the main cover.
Oh yeah, I might have turned the screen off by accident. I do apologize.
No, it's
that's
okay.
The thing that it covers up the screen. So let's get this back up.
Yeah, your Val Kilmer and Robert Downey overlay. Yeah, there you go. There you go. It's visible. You're visible.
Yeah.
You're visible.
Yeah, little noirish book cover sort of like illustrations as the opening credits. And you got that little jazzy sort of noir theme going on there. Even though it doesn't sound very harsh, it sounds very light-hearted, and it plays really well amongst the meanness.
But it lets you know that you're watching a
you're gonna watch a fun film, but at the same time, you're gonna go into some dark areas. So yeah, this is like day one. We see Harry at the party, and he's letting you know, yep, I'm your narrator, and he does look very out of place amongst all these people, which is once again very visually, all these California's people. He's like he's not very suave looking. He's got these very baggy clothes with this bit blazer, these very ill-fitting clothes. And so obviously it's like a year. He's narrating a year later after the events of this movie, and it's like, and yeah, we got this sleazy guy as well, and this is where we introduced a little bit to Gay Perry as well, and he's probably putting up with this guy he's had to work with so many years. He keeps saying all these dumb stuff about gay people, and he's smiling, but he's probably had worse.
He's probably like, I'm just gonna charge you extra on the next job, you fucking dickhead.
Yeah. But that's what I like about Gay Perry as well, is he knows the business he's into, and he's kind of no different himself. He's just probably a little bit morally corrupted as the people in Hollywood.
Oh, sure. He's basically what I would be if I lived in LA instead of Kansas and had like really high powered sleazy fuck. I mean, he's done some bad shit. He's taken some gross pictures of somebody in a state of undress, or in a compromising position, and done some sort of blackmail. He's done some bad shit for sure.
Oh yeah, and it does kind of become his redemption story a little bit as well, and he sometimes has a bit more common sense than most of the other characters, because sometimes he tells them, listen, do not get involved in this case. You're going to get yourself killed. You're going to get me killed as well. It's like, this is way too fucking big for us. And you kind of sort of understand it, but he does kind of take charge and end up doing the right thing. Yeah, and I love how he's calling out the pretentiousness of all these these fucking hacky actresses who think they're better, more talented than they are. They call Jill, but with a Y instead of an I, or whatever. And yeah, it's like, point is, I don't see another goddamn narrator, so pipe down. So this is really good. Yeah, it's just good. It's like, and this is pretty much, like I said, it wasn't Robert Downey Jr.'s big comeback though, but it really showed he still kind of had it though. He still had the this kind of like good on-screen presence, because he does do the wisecracking really well, and he was obviously still sort of like coming off his drug addiction, everything, and even Val Kilmer sort of like decided to quit drinking while he did the movie with Robert Downey Jr. because I know they ended up getting on in real life. Very sad they didn't do anything more with each other. So yeah, we're going back to the past and how we ended up at the party. So it's in New York. It's I don't think it is Christmas Eve. No, it's like a while back ago, before Christmas Eve. But the shop is closed, and he's looking for this toy for his nephew. And he's got this dumbass guy who's just almost causing more attention. So even though he's not the best at being a private detective or a tough guy, he's probably a smarter thief than his friend here. But then he triggers the alarm, they go running out, and this random woman just holds him at gunpoint and says, we're going to wait here until the fucking police come. And he's like, no, we didn't do anything. And this asshole just points the gun at her and says, it's not even loaded. And it's like, he gets shot. And the bullet kind of goes through, I think it grazes Downey Jr.'s arm and hits his friend, which almost mirrors what happens later on with Perry at the climax.
I never noticed that before.
Yeah, because one person gets shot and the same bullet hits the other person behind them or right next to him. So yeah, and it's looking like his partner has died. The police are chasing him, and he accidentally runs into this audition. And I forgot this actor's name on the left though, but he's always playing these like bald-headed sleazebags.
Always. I always think of him from Unnecessary Roughness from like 1991 or whatever, where he played the dean that was trying to get the football team canceled or whatever. And Yeah, I always think of him as that. And he's a good actor, but it's just like he's just so despicable, and he's got that horrible acne scars.
Yeah. Yeah, I think the only time I saw him play an actual decent guy was in The Man Who Killed Hitler, and you know, Sam Elliott one where apparently he killed Hitler and he killed Bigfoot as well. It's
oh wow,
that was a weird film, but it was a really good one. Yeah, Mrs. Peeman on the right as well. She's like one of the casting directors, blah blah blah. So yeah, they tell him to read from the script because they think he's an actor, and it proper reflects just what's happened earlier as well. You let your partner die, didn't you? You gave up on him. You left him behind, and he actually does break down. He generally feels guilty, but they think he's acting or going full method.
Yeah.
But once again, it's that Shane Black sort of meta sense of humor here, and it fills you up on how he basically ended up in the party later on in LA.
Right. But then it's a double blind, isn't it? Because it's like later we find out why he really was there. Now, whether or not that was a choice that was made later on, but we'll get to that. Yeah.
I know and it's a really cruel reveal as well. It really is because So he's getting screen tested. He's walking around, and he comes across this. And it shows he's a bit of a wisecracker as well. He just goes up to his chick and is like, "Oh, who are you?" It's like, "Oh, I'm retired. I invented dice as a kid," you know. So trying to lay on a little bit of the charm, and she's like, once again, it sort of hones in on all the actress, I do a bit of acting, but really they're just there to be a set of tits and scream while some monster kills them. And yeah, I had to be real careful here as well because there's a few good boobs in this movie.
There is a few good boobs in this movie.
I know. And Michelle Monaghan, she's so good in this. She really is. She's. I
love the little detail there that she's not sitting there drinking cocoa. You see the bottle.
She's got coffee. Yeah, she's not drinking alcohol or anything, is she?
Yeah, no, she is though, but she's affecting that. She's not. So she's like big in the bottle. That's like a little subplot they never really do. There's a couple. I had this special feature. I got this for Christmas, ironically, in 2008 from my ex, and there's a bunch of deleted scenes and extra features and stuff like that on the DVD. God, I miss those things. And it's revealed she's like really bad into the bottle because of what happened, her trauma and all that bullshit. So like the fact that it appears that she's just sitting there drinking cocoa or coffee, but she's got that open bottle by the foot. It's one of those show don't tell type things that I really love.
I like that. I always like those little details that you don't know until you watch it for the 1000th time, or someone points it out to you, and you're like, "Oh shit, yeah."
I mean, a good portion. I mean, you could make an argument. A good portion of my movie knowledge comes from watching movies that I've already seen 2 or 3 times, whatever, with the DVD commentary on, in order to get those little inside things that you can't get.
Oh yeah, we get them.
So,
and now she's doing this and it's obviously. She probably is drunk. That's why she's doing all this rambling about comparing Rudolph.
Well, that's why she passes. That's why she passes out. It's the thing. So,
yeah, it makes sense as well. And we get a bit of her backstory as well. I mean, she's not basically there for selfish reasons. She's not doing this because, I'm a talented actress. It's in my blood. I need to show everyone my talent so everyone will love me. No, she's kind of got a bit more of a reason there as well. She's obviously she was a good girl. She looked after her mom reading these Johnny Gossamer books, and her sister was getting abused by her dad, and she would lie to her and everything about but your real dad is Johnny Gossamer, and you can probably get him back and save him, blah blah blah. And she can probably make some money to try and rescue her as well, get her away from it all. But unfortunately, ends up not being the case.
Mm.
And yeah, he mentions about the robot as well, and he goes back a little bit as well. And we get a little bit of being disillusioned with Johnny, the writer of Johnny Gossamer, saying that it was all bullshit and he did it for the money. It's like, and it's pretty harsh. So yeah, back to the robot. He's like, "Oh shit, I fucked up narrating this whole thing as well. I made a big deal about this robot, and let's go back to it." And it does, because that is basically the main thing that gets her at the party where he eventually meets her or reunites with her, but he doesn't realize it's who she is yet until later on.
That's maybe one of the few things that in this fantastical, whimsical movie that I kind of call bullshit on, because it's like
Bit coincidence.
Your high school crush that you had this huge boner for. Well, the coincidence aside, you didn't recognize her. Like, I'm not so sure about all that. Like, you just didn't recognize the chick that you had a high school crush on. I know my high school crush, and if I ran into her even now, in my early 50s, I would definitely fucking recognize her.
Yeah. Well, again, when you see him as a teenager in the flashbacks, they look very different. It's understandable. But no, seriously, I do get your point as well. And then, yeah, we got the robot here as well. It's like, once again, it does kind of highlight a little bit of element on how cutthroat Hollywood is as well. He was this robot in this show, and now he's just this fucking washed up has-been who's drunk, and he's running around breaking into people's houses in that stupid outfit. And of course, she shocks him. He falls off the balcony. And yeah, she's on the news, and you can sort of see she's showing off a little bit on the cameras, isn't she? Like,
of course she is. Of course.
I know, she really is. It's like, okay, this is my 5 minutes. I better make
the most. Yeah, I'm going to make the most out of this. Yeah. Ready when you are, Mr. DeMille.
But it does show she's a flawed character as well. There is a little bit of an ego in there, because even she sort of tells him later, "Listen, I am so not the person you think I am. You know, I am not this amazing person. You know, I am, you know." She kind of owns up to her mistakes a tiny bit, even though she kind of doesn't take full accountability for fucking his friend Chuck. You also get a little bit of meta humor from this guy. It's like, you can never see below the waist. And why am I telling you this? Just fucking sign her up. Because yeah, it's going on a tangent. Got to get the movie back, don't you?
Yeah.
So now we've got a little bit of little hints of what the plot's going to happen later. A bit of foreshadowing. You know, she sees all these Johnny Gossamer books, and she starts reading them, and it seems like something like insignificant, but we all know it's going to play a vital part into the plot later on.
Did you know that the kid that played young Harry is actually Robert Downey's son?
Is that his son?
Yeah.
Maybe I didn't notice a little bit of resemblance. That's actually pretty good, that. I am starting to realize he does almost look like him a little bit when he did Weird Science. So, yeah. And she must be a quick reader, though, but she gets through that pretty quick.
Well, those are well. So yeah, the thing about those, I'm glad you brought that up, because those are like little pocket pulp novels. They're the kind that you like could pick up and you could probably read on a bus trip or like waiting at the dentist's office or something like that. They're very short. They're very simple. You know, it's very, you know, I walked into the room and the lady that was going to be my client had nothing on but the radio. And it's like, so it's very
as well. She never seems to want to mingle with anyone else. I think she's talking to like one guy, but the rest of the time she just wants she's more keen on reading these books, isn't she? Then she passes out, and this sleazebag sort of comes in, acting all creepy, and And this is a good sort of play on the cliche as well, where you got the tough sort of like the very sort of stoic badass lead in the noir movie, the Humphrey Bogarts. And it's like, he does the one line, "You better be a doctor." And the guy's like, "Don't think about it, just walk away. Just do it." Yeah, and I will. And he's like, "I'll fuck you up." It's like, "No, you'll try. That little experiment will end in tears, my friend. So again, do not think. Walk the fuck away. That's my bedtime. Make a choice." And it really sort of builds up like he's going to kick this guy.
Like he's going to kick this shit out of him. And he's just, and it's like the worst, like, but realistic fight. He's just laying there, and the guy's just like punching him on the ground.
Yeah, I mean, that's what real fights are. They aren't slick or choreographed like you see in the movies. I mean, no, it's fucking people getting pounded to death. It's brutal. I wouldn't be surprised if he beat this guy up for real, and Robert Downey Jr. was like, "No, beat me up for real. Make it real. I need to make my comeback.
Make it look good. Make it look good."
Yeah. So, Comic Relief, if you want to come on, I've sent the link. Is anyone else in there? No. So yeah, Lawrence Fishburne, voice of the fucking hell, was he? Jeez, man. Because I've only got the single disc edition with no special features, sadly.
Oh, you played on that one, my friend. You played.
Yeah,
I have another really cool trivia here in a second. If you've got, I don't know if you'll have the slide that'll. But you know what? I just realized Ariel Winter from Modern Family, that with the big bodacious cans, played the young Harmony Harmony Faith Lane.
I thought I recognized her. Yeah, she
That's
did look very familiar.
Boy, she turned out to be a fucking smoke show, bro. Like, oh my god, dude. Like, she is.
A lot of these are 20 years old. I mean, the fact that most of these are kids and they're all grown up now just makes me feel fucking old.
I know.
Damn. And yet he kicks him in the fucking back. I felt that as well. It really did look like
that was personal. That last little kick.
Oh yeah. Yeah, but once again, it goes to show that no, this is no fantasy. This is going to be a brutal film, you know. But you're going to laugh your ass off either way. So this is where they're actually get introduced as well, and yeah, one day I'm actually going to let it out. It's like, and we get a bit more in. So he's obviously the technical advisor as well. He's going to be the one to teach him how to be a private investigator for a case, and we get a good one-liner from Gay Perry. It's like, so you still gay? It's like, no, I'm just so knee deep in pussy. I like the name so much, I can't get rid of it.
Yeah, no, I'm knee deep in pussy, but I like the name so much, I just kind of kept it.
It's brilliant. I mean,
so right here as they're walking away, and they're leaving the party, and he realizes that she's gonna go off with the guy that kicked, because of course she is. Because women don't go through challenges with men; they wait at the finish line and fuck the winners. But there's this great little thing, and it's not only an Easter egg for the movie, it's an Easter egg for people who do have the DVD with the DVD commentary. It's so funny because it's actually Downey Jr., Shane Black, and Val Kilmer doing the commentary. It's so good. And they have this gift bag girl. Her name is Judy Aronson. She was one of my first crushes. She played Downey Jr.'s girlfriend in Weird Science. When he was, when he was one of the dickhead bullies in Weird Science, and then she popped up
really young man. Yeah,
and later then she did like little bit parts in like one of the Friday the 13th sequels, and she was in like I think American Ninja or something like that. Young Guns 2, I think she pops up in that as well. Her name is Judy Aronson, and not only is it funny, she get a great line. She's like, "Oh, do you mean the girl that was with the guy that kicked your ass earlier?" Yeah, she went to this. And it's like, "Have a better night." If you watch the DVD commentary turned on the DVD at that point, that's Downey Jr. goes, "Oh yeah, that's the gift bag girl. I always wondered what she did. She was really sweet. I wonder if she was in anything else." And I'm like, and he says it with no guile, so he's not being a smartass. He's serious, and he's just completely forgotten this chick that he played boyfriend girlfriend with in a fucking movie 30 years before. It's such a dick move. Because
he seems to used to have a sense of humor when he did commentaries. I mean, look at Tropic Thunder. I mean, because he was in character. Yeah, he was Osiris. He went back to being Lance, and then he went back to being Downey Jr. again.
Yeah.
It's a shame he's kind of become a bit of a dick now. He really has.
Yeah.
I mean, he probably was a little bit earlier in his career when he was getting fucking high all the time. But
well, I honestly believe he didn't remember her. I honestly believe that it's just like some chick that is often and she was like, I played Robert Downey Jr.'s girlfriend in Weird Science. So, I always thought she was the hotter of the two in Weird Science, by the way. I always thought like, I never understood how like everybody was going goo over the blonde one that what's his name ends up with, and then the fucking Wyatt, the quiet nerd, wound up with the dark-haired one. I always thought I was like, oh dude, this chick's so much hotter. Are you kidding me right now? But she's still a fucking
man.
Yeah. You look up Judy Aronson, dude. She's a fucking smoke show still to this day. She is a total smoke show.
Yeah, she must be getting into her 60s now, a little bit.
Easily, but she is a total bombshell. She's still a job, as Lance would call her. She's a jobbing actress. She still does a lot of stuff. She just she's pop in and like she pops in theater type stuff and TV shows and all kinds of stuff. But man, she's got great motherfucking genes. She's got Sydney Sweeney type great genes, because she's I wonder if they'll let me. I'm gonna try to save this picture, and I wonder if it'll let me upload it to StreamYard so you can look at it, because the last one that didn't.
Let's have a look anyway. I blame Helen Mirren for making pensioners sexy. I mean, we've got women in the 60s still looking fucking hot. That should not be the case.
Facts.
I don't mind it, but
No, I can't get it. I had a picture. I have a picture off IMDb of her and Downey, which is so funny considering the fact that he can't fucking remember who she is. But that's just one of my little Easter eggs in the DVD commentary that I really like, because he's just like, oh, I remember this, the gift bag girl. She's super cute. I wonder also, when he did that, did Shane Black doing the commentary know that he knew who she was? It was like, because he must have casted her, so he must have been like, I wonder. He didn't want to embarrass Robert Downey Jr. on the DVD commentary, so it was like, hey, RDJ, listen, that's Judy Aarons. She played your girlfriend, and I feel like RDJ would have taken it with a great, like, oh yeah, that's fucking hilarious. Well, too many drugs, brother. Don't know what to tell you.
Oh, bless, man. Yeah, it makes me fucking feel sad that Val Kilmer died. I know he had a bit of an ego on him when he was younger, but
what a great 20-year sequel we could have had for this, just like with Top Gun Maverick. What a great, like Harry's doing well
something, yeah.
Harry's doing well on his own and has to call in Gabe Perry to help him out, and who's just chilling in retirement with his boy lover or whatever fuck on a yacht somewhere, and he's like, come on, Gabe Perry, one last thing with me. And that would have been beautiful. That would have been fucking beautiful for it. But
I can sort of see that as well. Like he started sort of going on his own. Now he's become a bit of a competent detective, and eventually
Gabe Perry's retired and living a good life, and he just has to kind of call him in for something, whatever he's been framed for something, and maybe even Harmony's like working with him. She's his new partner. Maybe they're married. Whatever. I could write this. I could actually write this. So
well, we've got AI. So
I feel like that I would never do to Val what Alien Romulus did to
because you're still going to get the uncanny valley thing at you, and it's not going to be.
No, I would never want to feel right. I would just recast someone that kind of looks like him. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So he mentions Dabney about this is one bit I might have missed as well. Is like obviously he's hiring Perry to give him detective lessons for his acting as well.
Right. Which is something that is a real thing that happens. They do have
it's a technical advisor, isn't it?
Tech advisors, So
and he's like, what's a person like crime lord? He's like, I know he's probably being sarcastic, but I wouldn't doubt it as well. He's got a bit of a cutthroat shark vibe to him. But this is where we get to a bit of exposition on Dexter. He's got the daughter who pretty much was suing him over his mum's millions, but then came back born again, and for some reason is kind of forgiven and has dropped the lawsuit, which is not going to come into play as the main plot.
No, definitely not. No, definitely not. Corbin Burnson's a great. He's a throwback. He was on this TV show called L.A. Law in the 80s. It kind of mirrored. It was up there. It was the thing that was kind of happening at the same time that Miami Vice was going on, and it's definitely was a mainstay, like water cooler type show. And Corbin Burnson was like the hot shit, like kick-ass lawyer in the firm that would do this wacky stuff and sleep with all these different women and stuff like that. I like that he's evolved and still has a career, and he can pop in. Now, granted, this was 20 years ago, of course, but he still pops in and, can play a bit of a bastard psychopath or a cutthroat businessman or something like that. I always like that when I see these actors who've kind of aged gracefully into roles that would make the most sense for them.
Yeah, I think he was on a show called Psych as well. My wife watched that a lot, and I caught him in it.
Yeah, was he? Was he in Psych? Or was that?
Yeah, he plays the father of the main character.
Does he? Was he the father, or was it that guy that played Buffalo Bill?
No, that's Monk, isn't it? Yeah, Ted Levine.
I might be getting it. Yeah, you. I think you're right. You know what? You're right. You're right. Yeah, I'm getting my USA crime shows mixed up.
These are very like shows you can sort of have on in the background and watch when you're.
That is exactly what I used to do. Psych would I've probably seen at least 3 seasons worth of Psych, and I couldn't reliably tell you about any of them.
I've kind of been in and out, but the episodes I did watch, I'm like, oh, I get it. It's a nice little quirky show. And sort of like it's something to watch as well if you're just after something just to entertain you.
And it's another private investigator show.
Yeah.
So it was on for a long fucking back in the day, man. If you had regular TV and you had USA Network, like you'd see this because they would I remember USA Network playing the shit out of this movie, as far as that goes.
So I still talk to people as well saying, have you not seen Kiss Kiss Bang Bang? It's like, what the fuck is that? Dude, watch this fucking movie, mate. It's good.
This is like one of those acid tests. If you're gonna talk to, if you're a girl and you're into movies and you're talking to hey Wormy, and you're talking to a guy and he says he's a movie buff, ask him if they've seen Kiss Kiss Bang Bang. And conversely, same thing with a chick. Although when chicks say they're movie buffs, very seldom are they really movie. I mean, I could probably call on like one. I think maybe Rachel. I would believe Rachel if she said she was a movie buff, or Horror with Nadia. I would believe her. Although Nadia is like notorious for not seeing like she didn't see Aliens for the first time till she was like in her late 30s and stuff like that. She is now. So I mean, she's notorious for having missed certain watershed movies and stuff. But I mean, of the things that she knows, like her little sub horror, niche, she is very knowledgeable of that. So but yeah, whenever you ask somebody if they're a movie buff, you got to bring up something like this. It's like, oh, okay, Kiss Kiss Bang Bang. No, I don't know what that is. Shane Black. I don't know who Shane Black is.
Oh yeah, well, I'm going out with the lads tomorrow for a few drinks. I'm gonna be proper annoying every single chick in the nightclubs about this movie.
Nice.
Yeah.
And the funny thing is, this should be a chick's movie because even though the two main protagonists are dudes, one's a gay dude and one is like, he's kind of until the very end of the movie, he's sort of he's a beta male type, whatever goofball character. And then you have Harmony is a very strong, and she's not a strong like boss babe, type character. She's just a good character. She's a well-written and well acted by Michelle. I was finally so glad because they'd been dancing around. I recognized her, but didn't recognize where I recognized her from. And like, she has little bit parts in like Mr. and Mrs. Smith and Constantine and things like that. Like, she has these little bit roles that she popped up in, and it wasn't until after this that she started really getting some juicier roles, which I'm glad. And this is the one I anytime I think of Michelle Monaghan, I think of this movie for sure.
Yeah, and she's fucking peak here as well. I mean, she had a bit of surgery that ruined her face in Mission Impossible Fallout, but
I heard
she does look like she's kind of starting to gain her looks back a little bit, despite.
I don't know what movie. Yeah, I think I was watching some stream you were on, and you said something like that, and I don't know what you were referencing at the time. I don't know if it was on Losers Lounge or something, but I think I heard you say that. But I was driving and couldn't Google Michelle Monaghan now. That's a shame if that's true. I hope that's not true.
Well, I did see a few images of her on White Lotus. I think it's White Lotus, and she did look like she's starting to gain her looks a bit more again, and she's starting to look like her old self, even despite aging out a bit now. But
well, I've beaten this horse. I've beaten this horse to death, but I will say this, man: you white women. Don't be smoke. I mean, really, nobody should, but you smoke, and it's gonna fucking take a toll on you that you're gonna have surgery to fix later on. Epstein's fucking blood island with all the children's blood is closed, so you're not gonna get into that stuff anymore. So if you're a smoker, man, you gotta stop it.
Yeah, they gotta have a second island somewhere because fucking hell, we're still getting that shit, aren't we? So
yeah.
So anyway,
we've got Bang Bang.
Yeah, so yeah, we've got this really good fucking once again showing to be the bad narrator as well. Is okay, why was that scene in the movie? I mean, it's like when the news reads there's a power plant that's just about to open up. I mean, yeah, well, so he's basically calling out foreshadowing, isn't he? He's sort of taking the piss out of the cliche. It's like it's something that you have to have in your script, a bit of foreshadowing, a little bit of exposition that's gonna be a vital part of the mystery. So here's the chick that apparently who he doesn't recognize then. Yeah, she looks good here as well. I mean, fucking hell, she must be maybe getting close to her 40s here, maybe. I don't know. Yeah,
that's Judy Aronson.
Yeah.
If you Google her, trust me, you won't be sorry. She's a fucking smoke show. And it's right here, this exact clip, this part right here is where you'll get the audio commentary from RDJ saying, that's the bad girl. Yeah, I wonder if she's been in anything else. And I was like, you're such a piece of shit, RDJ. Because either he did it on purpose to be a shit, or he legitimately did. Either one, he's a total dick for that. She played your fucking girlfriend in one of your first movies, you piece of shit. Jesus Christ. I guess I take more offense to it just because I had a huge crush on her in the 80s.
Man, but then again, I think he was still recovering from drugs at that point because he was getting small parts, wasn't he, in The Singing Detective, thanks to Mel Gibson, and he had a nice little supporting role in Wonder Boys, which is another fucking underrated movie in my opinion.
Oh, facts.
Yeah,
facts. Yeah, it's an early Peter Parker and Iron Man love affair in that one.
Yeah, Scott Lang as well. Hank Pym, sorry.
Hank Pym's in there too.
Yeah.
But no, it's he. So they also had another TV show on Fox called Ally McBeal. It was like a quirky lawyer show.
Yeah, it was in that.
Yeah,
I've only seen a couple episodes when it was on Channel 4, but that was a long time ago. That.
Yeah, well, my ex-wife was like goo over that show, so we had to. It was one of the things that the compromise was. She taped Buffy and Angel for me, and I had to sit through the dreck that she was. It's not a bad show at all. And it definitely elevated when RDJ got on it. He was still struggling at the time, but they kind of gave him a chance, and I thought he did very well with it. He's one of those actors that if you give him quirky, snappy dialogue, he can handle it.
Yeah, because he's got that delivery, hasn't he? So I've got that very sort of a very smooth little way of delivering lines. Yeah, it's a cool one. I wish I could deliver lines as slick as he could.
It's difficult. It's even difficult to come up with them in your head at the time. But, I forbear because I am one of those guys that can come up with that slick, quippy, snappy dialogue. Because I'm only kind of...
I've been punched in the head way too many fucking times. It's probably...
I hear you.
That area, yes. That's...
I hear you.
Do it. But, yeah, he's obviously haunted by this guy. He's trying to find out where she is as well. But Perry tells him, I've done some work with her as well. And you'll find her at the Domino. I was like, well, where's that? And and he doesn't tell him. It's like, Domino is in the middle of get a map and fuck off. I'm your not your tour guide. Yeah. Yeah, so detective lessons tomorrow. Yeah, he's down to business, right? He's friendly with him, but he's not being his friend. This is a professional fucking relationship. We are not best buddies, okay? So he goes into this nightclub as well, and he comes across this chick called Flicker, and he says, "Hey, and what do you do?" And proud detective, and I'm a stewardess, and then she just fucks off, and it's like, so that's it. That's it.
Oh yeah, are we done? Okay.
I know.
I will tell you that I don't know if it's that way in LA, but I can tell you out here in Kansas and Kansas City and Missouri, I'll tell you what, man, when I fucking pull out my private detective ID and shit like that and tell them that's what I do, they get wet as fuck as soon as I start doing it, as soon as I start laying them. And I will, depending on how hot or not hot the chick is, depending on the situation, I'll hand them my card and be like, listen, I'm not even going to bullshit you. The reason why I'm here right now is not to have drinks and hang out at this club. The reason why I'm here right now is don't look, but there's a guy in an orange jacket at your 6 o'clock, which is like right behind you. He's cheating on his wife and I'm following him around. He's got kids at home and he's out here telling his wife porky pies and lies. And I'm just here to get some evidence on him. So, you know what? If you could help me out a little bit with that, I would greatly appreciate it. And they're like, oh my God, that sounds so great.
Yeah, you're giving them a bit of excitement, aren't you? It's kind of like the whole salmon thing in True Lies. These chicks.
Exactly. That's where I learned it from. The vet gets them wet.
Oh man, fucking every time I quote that with my mates, we just have a laugh. I mean, fucking Bill Paxton, man, another one that's gone. It's been nearly 10 years as well. Nearly 10 years. Fucking life is cruel.
Why'd you have to bring that up? What is it with you Brits and being the angel of death? That's crazy.
Yeah, we are.
You and Lance are
very pessimistic. We are very pessimistic. Americans
really.
Yeah.
Oh, he's a great actor. I love him in this role. Oh, he's passed away, sadly, I must tell you.
Yeah. So obviously he's laying on the charm with her as well. He's sort of trying to find out a bit more about her. But I really do love the chemistry between these two as well. They've really got some good little snappy one-liners as well. And she starts talking about making these observations about these women. She's sort of referring to these guys as like an ethnic version of this actor, like Brazilian Billy Bob Thornton. And I do like the blonde as well, where she actually comes back at the end. She's like 35 years old and she's still trying to act, and she's fucks more people than she's had hot meals. I mean, damn, man.
She's been fucked more than she's had a hot meal. I actually use that line quite a bit.
Yeah, it's a good one. It's hard not to steal lines from this because they're so.
I love his quick comeback where he's like, after she says that, he's like, "Yeah, I heard she went over because she skipped lunch today."
Yeah, went neck and neck. Yeah, so once again, he's not the smartest guy, the toughest guy, but he's very quick, he's very sharp, isn't he? And he's got the reflexes, everything. And and this is where we come to the badly as an adverb kind of thing. So we can get it up.
Oh man, she opens the door, she got nothing on but the radio. It invites me to sit down, sits on my lap, fires up a spliff. Really? No.
Oh, what's the fair use? Fair use.
Oh.
Where are you?
Go. Sleep badly. Any questions, hesitate to call.
Bad.
Excuse me?
Sleep bad.
Badly.
Because
An
of course it makes
adverb.
it seem like the mechanism that allows you to sleep.
What the fuckhead? Badly's an adverb. Who taught you grammar? Get out. Vanish.
Yeah, even when he uses it in a sentence, he gets it fucking wrong.
By the way, Google Google and my English teacher both agree that badly is an adverb. So he plays badly.
Yeah, so we get another line as well. It's like, once again, one of the many great fucking lines in this show. That's Shane Blackfield as well. I mean, and the fact that he's actually pretty much allowed to have a little bit of creative control as well. And you can sort of see he's got a style here as well, which you never really saw in Lethal Weapon. You know the style of writing, but you still saw that as a Richard Donner movie, while Last Boy Scout was a Tony Scott movie. So yeah, she does the line as well, and they kind of make these have this little back and forth as well about all these people in the bar, just these little funny jokes. And yeah, she's 34, so there's still so it's not over for her just yet. She's not 35 yet. So yeah, Drew Gordon, hey, how you doing, man? And Mr. E used to have to show them on Blu-ray, but I sold it. Yeah, I've done that a few times, but I've managed to buy them back because they're cheaper now. So yeah, good film, should get it again. Yeah, you should. Don't need witty dialogue. Smith and Wesson. I think there's one used in here anyway, so you get both witty dialogue and a Smith and Wesson. What happens on the edge of a black hole?
I don't get that. Is that a What is that from?
I don't know. Yeah. Oh, fucking hell, I've missed a few chats here. Sorry about that. So yeah, where me spoons? How you doing, Mr. E? That's it. But more of a pussy. Yeah, because he is almost a little bit of a simp in a way, isn't he? And
oh, he's a total simp.
Yeah,
totally a simp.
I know, because he's kind of obsessed with this girl with fucking everyone except him. And the only time he actually calls her out a little bit is when she reveals that she fucked his friend who she promised not to fuck. Yeah, Shane Black's last good film. I think this is his last really good film.
I'm not sure that's true. I mean, I certainly have my problems with The Nice Guys, but it's not a bad film per se.
I still kind of enjoy Iron Man 3, even though there was a lot.
Iron Man 3 is a good movie. It's a good movie. I don't know why it gets so much hate. Yeah, I forgot about that. I always forget that Shane Black did a fucking MCU movie.
I think I do complain about the ending, that they managed to take the shrapnel out of his heart so easily when they could have done that in the second movie, unless I missed some information. I don't know.
I don't know either.
I know that was it kind of felt like a cheat as well in a way.
I will say this: if you have Amazon, Play Dirty, based on one of the Parker novels, it's pretty good. It's not bad at all. It's I mean, I wouldn't put it on par with like Long Kiss Goodnight or Last Boy Scout, but it's definitely good. So I wouldn't say it's by any means like, now, yeah, The Predator sucks. I'm not going to even try to defend that one. And I know I kind of took the piss out of The Nice Guys when we did a Bastards breakdown on that. Not only once, but twice, because we had to re-upload that one.
That was bad. My signal was just terrible on that day. I mean, the bike that was powering it wasn't working either, so I don't know. So. But
I mean, he made bad movies before, like he was a big script doctor in Last Action Hero, and it sucks. But I mean, he's also, he's like fucking, look at his CV. If you get a second, look at his CV of all the stuff that he's done script work on, and it's really fucking impressive. Like, he's got some good fucking stuff going on.
Yeah. So she's obviously just used this guy as a way to get a rad. She wasn't out to fuck with him. She probably knew he was an asshole anyway, but she thought, hey, this guy was offering. He's trying to use me, so I may as well use him and get the upper hand on him. So yeah, and you always get the fucking friend who always tries to kill your bloody buzz, or when you're trying to get in there with some bad, she has to go cock blocking. She's terrible. Screw you, woman. But obviously she's enjoying it, isn't she? And it's like, and he handles himself pretty well. He gives her shit for it as well. He calls her out on her bullshit, and I don't know if she's trying to fucking fuck this woman or something, and she's real pissed off like Robert Downey Jr. is here trying to lay in his charm on her.
I think that every hot chick has a friend like this. It's always the fridge protecting the snack. You know what I mean? It's always this way. Although this chick, I remember them saying in the dialogue, they're like, we had to, like, even if as much as we tried to make her look like she was gross or whatever, she's actually like really stunning. And like one of the hottest chicks, but we had to kind of like gross her down a little bit because, you know, she's in there with the lead actress and that. And there's a lot of fun, man. There is a ton of hot pieces of ass in this fucking movie.
Oh, like, yeah. Oh, yeah. Damn.
So, yeah, that chick's name is Allie Hillis. So rhymes with Bruce Willis. And, yeah, she's a fucking stunner. She is a stunner. I don't know what else I would have
seen. Because he calls her ugly friend who's like homely. He's like, I don't know. Homely, she's a little bit better than that. But he does almost look like she's allowing her to get to him. And he's like, well, and he still uses sort of the sarcasm as well as a defense mechanism, saying, well, if you change your mind, I'll be there with Native American Joe Pesci. And obviously she finds it hilarious. Her friends are like, will you please stop encouraging him? Stop humoring him.
Yeah. But there's always a friend like this. Anytime you go, I mean, I know you're married, so you're effectively dead in the dating world and stuff like that.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
But for the guys that are wanting it, like you've got to be able to circumvent the friend. This is why you need a wingman. This is why you need because a wingman could go in there and jump on a grenade for you because this is the grenade trying to fuck up your good time. Because I don't know, guys don't do this. A guy, if it's two guys and they run across a girl and the girl's digging one of the guys, mostly, although there are exceptions, mostly a guy will fucking, you know, he'll do whatever he can to help the dude get laid that night or whatever. But with chicks, they're not having it. They're there to stop any kind of happiness or whatever. Like, they're like, oh, I ain't getting any dick. She ain't getting any dick either. So, but, you know, now.
He does handle it pretty well, though. It's like, your mouth is a recommended place to put a sock. It's like, did you nick this one for your book? I can't remember if you nicked this one for your book or paid homage to it in your book.
What did I say? What did I say?
Your mouth is a recommended place to put a sock in it.
I don't think I'd use that. I might have. I mean, I don't want to be a liar. Listen, I'm going to just be 100% with you. I mean, because I can't lie to you because you've edited my book. But I mean, and may edit ones in the future. I definitely will take a classic line and I'll be like, oh, I got to use that. If it's too iconic, I won't use it. But then I've seen things like, you know, that line from Pulp Fiction. This ain't the first time someone's held a gun at me. And then it's like, you know, it'll be your fucking last if you don't do what I say. That's been used in so many, like, you know, that was in Justified. It's been fucking everything. So, you know, it's one of those just get passed around lines. But I mean, there's stupid Christmas music at the top of the hour. I'm going to mute myself.
It's all right. Yeah, it makes it more festive, doesn't it? Yeah, but
I don't know. It sounds pretty obnoxious to me. I don't know. Is it coming through really hard?
No, it doesn't sound that bad actually. Yeah, but she actually recognizes him as well, and she's like, "How come you aren't recognizing me? Come on, you're Amazing Harry. I was the girl."
That's the thing. Like how come he doesn't recognize her? I know, it's not like she's been pounded more than the beaches at Normandy. How come she doesn't fucking have a problem remembering him, but he can't recognize her? What? I don't get that. That doesn't make a lot of sense to me.
Yeah, I don't know, to be honest. And I don't like the look on the friend's face here as well. She's like, oh shit, I've lost her now. I've lost her. I mean, once again, he's like, it goes full meta. He's fucked up with the narration again. It's like, it's like, yeah, and because obviously we didn't know who this kid was because two people were actually blocking the sound that was actually that would have visually told us who this kid was and that he was going to be the character that we're going to be invested in later on. So yeah. And yeah, this is where we go back to his past, and he's kind of been simping on her as well. And so we realize, yeah, she was basically a bit of the school bike. You know, everyone had a rad except for him.
Yeah, she's one of those daddy. Got to find those daddy issue girls. You know they're gonna put out, and you know they're gonna do butt stuff.
Yeah, and this line is so real. I mean, oh come on, I've felt this way before. I was like, you know, when you pity someone, but you kind of have a Rodney while you know, comforting them. And is that sick? It's kind of sick. Come on, we've all been there. We've all been there.
A Rodney. I love
yeah. So yeah, she's telling him that she had to leave her sister back home, you know, and hopefully she could get some money to try and rescue her. And it's been a long time. And this is where we get a bit more exposition that a town actually had a Johnny Gossamer movie getting made, you know, and yeah, so obviously he's like filling in a bit of exposition as well because she's told him like everything about her as well in the past, and they're kind of like catching up and reliving through this all. And like I said, they have got some good chemistry together. I'm a little bit sad that they haven't done I've not seen another movie with these two in a long time, so it'd be good if they did reunite one time. But who knows? Downey Jr. is doing Doctor Doom in the next Avengers movie for some fucking reason, so you know.
Well, probably several million reasons.
Oh yeah. Yeah, we got to have money. So, and yeah, and obviously she is starting to realize, yeah, she's whatever dream she had of having a career as an actress and helping her sister hasn't really come true. It's not been going the way she wanted it to be, but she is kind of optimistic that she got to do one commercial, a really bad cheesy commercial with a lame line, and it's like, yeah, I mean, it's one little success, but fuck it, I mean, I made my mark in some way. And it does come back later as well with the other actress who's 35 and still trying to act. So yeah, it's this fucking beer advert with this bear, and it's like, I prefer this brand, but what do I Gennaro's, but what do I care? I bite their heads off fish.
What a weird fucking slogan.
I know.
I feel like it's probably making fun of something, but I can't think of what it is. You know me, I'm a big commercial fan. You know, I like the Sprite in you. But I can't think of what they're fucking making fun of with that. If they are in fact making fun of anything other than just the
probably taking the piss out of maybe an amalgamation of commercials, you know, who always had to have some slogan, so they couldn't think of anything clever. So they think, all right, fuck it, this will do. Yeah.
Apparently Michelle Monaghan, someone's confirming Istaphobe says you're right, she hit the wall hard. Tragic. Okay, I gotta find out. That's a shame. That really is a shame. I didn't know that.
Yeah, fucking Toxic just said that earlier, man. It's like, I am Mr. Presley. How you doing? Always welcome. So yeah, Drew Gordon Mystery, Istaphobes, Cosmic Holder, and you know, Miss. Who else? We had Nick's on it earlier as well. Sad that you couldn't stay on a little longer, but hope you're doing okay. And Comic Relief Crusade, I think I sent the link in the chat if you want to jump on, man. Be good to have you on.
I'm racking my brain. I think the last thing that I saw her in was season 1 True Detective. I think that's the most recent. No. The more recent thing I saw her in was that Pixels, the Pac-Man movie. What's his name did?
Yeah, but that was like 10 years ago, wasn't it? With Adam Sandler.
Well, I mean, True Detective season 1 was even longer ago. So, I mean, was she in something more recent, or?
I think she was in White Lotus, and she did kind of look like she was. She kind of like stopped the surgery and started looking like her old self a little bit. But I don't know. Maybe it's the picture. Maybe the pictures have been brushed over a little bit. I don't know. I need to actually watch the actual show. So I've been hearing it's pretty good.
You must mean one of the later seasons, right? Because I watched season 1, and she wasn't in that for sure.
Yeah, let's have a look. Michelle Monaghan in White Lotus. Okay. Let's have a look. Michelle Monaghan, White Lotus.
I guess she did a action movie with Marky Mark recently. I don't usually like skinny actresses. Like I like thicker. I like my actresses like I like my trucks built for comfort, not for speed. But I mean, I do like her. One of her another early role she had right after this, where she got to act her ass off. Although a more loyal to the book thing. Oh, you were right. She was in White Lotus.
Yeah, later on. It's looking like she still had a bit of plastic surgery, though. I mean, yes, she doesn't look the worst, but come on, I think she should have just aged naturally. I can sort of see her still being good looking with a few little wrinkles on her face.
Holy fuck, her daughter's a fucking smoke show.
Damn.
Okay.
That makes me feel fucking old, that as well. I mean, 'cause she was pretty young here, and now she's got a daughter who's now a grown up and a woman now. It's like, fucking hell, man.
Yeah, it's down below if you want to pull it up real quick. I don't know if it'll fuck up your share screen.
Let's have a look. There we go. She's a good looking woman.
Hopefully she's a woman.
Yeah, I hope she's She's pretty. She's pretty. She's cute. She's cute. We'll end there anyway.
We'll leave it.
Yeah, I know, because
feel like a couple of old pervs here.
Yeah.
Loki will exposit Doctor Doom with timeline bap. I mean, listen, no argument for me, buddy. I'm not gonna watch that shit. I'll watch like my friends' videos on it.
Yeah, if I end up catching it, we'll see. But I am not really marking my calendar down to watch another MCU movie, because there are other stuff that's coming out that probably will need some more attention.
She opened the door. She got nothing on.
Yeah, I forgot it. That's like. I added you on, man. I thought I added you on. Instafobs, where are you? Wait, down there. There you go. Sorry about that, man. How you doing, man?
Hey, gentlemen.
Hi.
Remove this. Fucking hell. Sorry about that.
I got a few minutes, and I wanted to talk about Michelle Monaghan for a second. She was in the show Bad Monkey, and it's a fantastic show, man. It was, I think it was Apple TV, and it was one of their few shows that wasn't slow as balls. I mean, it was properly paced and really funny. And she's good in it. She's a good actress, but man, she's got some hard non-highway miles on her.
Well, because she was a smoker for a long time, and that's the kiss of death. It's like people will do. She was in Maxine. How did I forget that? I just reviewed this with Blue Collar last year, the third movie in the X trilogy. She was how did I forget that?
She was so unrecognizable. That's why.
Maybe. But yeah, no, these chicks that become actresses and they're of a certain age and they think smoking is, like, dude, listen, in a year or two, little Jenna Ortega is going to be fucking unrecognizable, because I've seen her heavy smoking in like a ton of pictures and interviews, and even in a couple of the movies she's done. And it's like, listen, if you're of a light, I mean, you really shouldn't do it regardless, but if you're a light skinned variety type, I mean, that's going to add, I mean, that Family Guy thing where Peter starts smoking and it instantly turns him into a husk. It's like, that's for real. Like, that's what it does. It strangely doesn't do that to dudes. Mostly dudes, like, you see like Mel Gibson and RDJ, they still have like good features and stuff, but for women, it just removes any kind of hotness and just makes their face all hard edges. And and listen, you can smooth some of that out with some Epstein Island baby blood, but I mean, she's like a B-level movie actress, so she probably has no access to that. All that stuff's being like saved for the higher calling.
The higher echelon of actors. If you're a man, you get Don Draper face when you smoke.
Right.
If you're a woman.
Right.
Also, Michelle likes.
Look at Sean Connery back when he was in his 30s, when he was playing James Bond. He was in his early 30s.
Yeah.
And it's sort of it just made him more of this sex symbol back in the 60s.
Yeah. Also, Michelle Monaghan likes the sun, and we know how bad that is for your skin.
Yeah. Those are two bad Yeah, that's leather skin city there. But you know, listen, this was 21 years ago. She was still in fucking hotness.
Yeah.
So I mean, we'll celebrate this. You know, this is definitely stuff where
I want to ask Drew if he's seen Kate Beckinsale lately.
Oh yeah, I did not fucking recognize her. I thought it was just like this.
She gone downhill as well.
She really has, man. She's that's proper fucking Ozempic. She has.
Yeah. Speaking of the Mummy, but she lasted a long time. Like she was she was on Graham Norton with what's her name, Emilia Clarke, and Clarke looked like a 4 sitting next to Kate Beckinsale. It was crazy.
Wow.
It's like she's super hot, but she looked like a dog sitting next to Kate. But wow, man, Ozempic is hurting a lot of people in Hollywood.
Yeah.
It's not doing any favors for the men either.
No, it's not. You can easily tell who's on it and who's not. Hell, I've got a load of it in my fridge that I won't use because I'd rather be puffy than fucking look like a war victim, you know, a fucking, you know, a prisoner of war victim. But you're right about the chemistry though here, because it's like, look at RDJ looking at her. You know, I'm like, every chick wants a dude to look at her this way, and look at the way she's looking at him. Like they got fucking.
They've got this good banter as well. Like we'll be in and out there faster than you can say Jack Robinson. And she's just saying Jack Robinson. Yeah, it's kind of adorable. It is.
She's a good actress. I was both happy and unhappy when I found out she was playing Gennaro in the Gone Baby Gone film, which had come out like a couple years after this, because I'm a big fan of those private detective books and stuff, and it's based on Dennis Lehane, the writer's real life, you know, because he was a private detective and so was his wife was his partner, and I was happy because I knew how great she was as an actress, but I was disappointed because the way she's described in the novels makes you think more of like a Carla Cugino, like a full-figured Italian woman, you know, like hourglass shape and things like that, than what Michelle Monaghan is, which is, you know, but
yeah, she's very Italian. Those books are great.
You like this? Oh yeah.
I don't think the movies did them much justice though, because they are a bit convoluted, and for mystery books or thrillers, they're not quite straightforward. And I think when you have a PI novel, or in this case, a PI movie like Kiss Kiss Bang Bang, it's funny. You gotta have convolution, or else if it's just too straightforward, then it's like a fucking afternoon special or a fucking Hallmark movie. You know, go ahead. They weren't faithful enough to the books. That's what I mean. The movies were far too straightforward. You
didn't like Gone Baby Gone?
I actually haven't seen that in quite a while. I think in my head I'm mixing it up with Gone Girl. So I think Gone Baby Gone was
I mean, they're both great adaptations, if I'm being honest. Well, I do a show. I don't want to derail my brother's show here too much, but I do a show called Consider the Source, where I talk about film versus the book. So if you ever want to, you know, throw your hat into the ring and talk about it, especially if you have I'd love it if you have a negative view of the film, because it's one of my favorite films. So I'd love to go head to head with you and talk about it sometime if you want to.
Yeah, sure. Let me rewatch it. But you're dead on with like Carla Gugino, or what's her name from Goodfellas that played the
Lorraine Bracco.
Yeah, Lorraine Bracco back in her
youth. She would have been. Yeah, Lorraine. By time for instance, the movie. So the book Gone Baby Gone came out in '98. Then the film didn't come out till 2007. By then, Lorraine was way too old for that, because you know, the Gennaro character is very. Well, I can't think of what her first name is in that film, in that book, for some reason.
Holly? No,
is it Holly?
I think that's the Stephen King.
Die Hard. That's Die Hard. You're thinking of.
Yeah.
Gennaro, Holly Gennaro. I can't. Well, whatever the thing is, I definitely pictured Carla Cugino in that. And so I was both happy, like, because I knew how good after
Angie.
Okay, thank you. I knew how good Michelle Monaghan was in this, and I was super excited. But then and they kind of did give her a lot to do in Gone Baby Gone is one of those stories, one of those detective where she's kind of sidelined a little bit more than she should be until the very, very end, which both, like I said, it's very adaptable to it. But I love that he fucked the wrong chick. Now, did he fuck the other chick or just make out with her?
Yeah, he fucked the wrong chick as well, because he kind of expecting him to wake up next to her, and then you see it's the homely friend that tried to cock block him, and it's like, you fucking idiot. And she's happy to be walking up with him, and
she's naked. Oh yeah, so they fucked. Yeah. Oh, he fucked her.
Yeah, and he's trying to get back in her good books, and it's not fucking going well. And it's like, oh my god, you're still very beautiful. And she's like, you just fucked my friend. What the hell are you doing coming up here in the morning saying I look beautiful? It's like, what?
Yeah, their scenes together in this movie are fantastic.
Oh yeah, I mean, they've got some chemistry, man. They have.
Yeah, and he's amazing in this, despite his problems.
Oh yeah, and he's trying to like justify a little bit, say, I don't know if I did fuck her. I mean, I was drunk, and how could I have gotten it up if I was drunk? And she's just not fucking having it now. She's like, she's pissed off. I mean, she was having this good time, and then he just moves on to his friend, her friend.
He gets to draw from real life experience on that.
We've all been there. We've all.
Yeah, no, I can't believe you're here to tell me how much you like me after you fucked my friend. Like,
how does she have such a nice place? She's only done one fucking commercial. How the fuck does she have a place this nice beachside?
I don't know. It's is it from a friend? I
don't know. Is she house sitting, or like what is the deal here? Like, how does she have this much money? That's never really clearly explained.
Yeah.
That is a way they justify people having nice places. A lot
of
rich friend, house sitting. Before they just didn't even bother. It was just like the apartment.
Right, like in the 80s. Yeah, in the 80s and 90s, you'd see a grizzled detective and he's living in this fucking lush, like amazing fucking place. You're like, are you on the take? Or like, how do you have this much money, buddy? Like, what's going on?
Yeah, so it doesn't go very well, and she slams the door on him, which is a moment that's going to happen later on to a much more comical effect. So yeah, he walks off all alone, and miserable that he's pretty much jeopardized his chances of ever getting with her. So now on to day 2.
I like how they break this movie into like chapters.
Yeah. Like a proper noir novel, and it does almost go like the Johnny Cosmo novels that it references. I don't know if they're real or if they're just made up for the film, but
they're made up for the film, almost surely.
Yeah. So obviously, he's doing this little stakeout now with to get help getting character, and this is where he's talking about the Johnny Gossamer books, which won't come into play, where you found out a separate case ends up kind of being the same as the one that we're following earlier, because, this is not the type of movie that actually has smart writing. So, yeah, I'm totally lying. It's got that smart writing. And he's like, yeah, whatever. I mean, listen, this business is just boring. It's just very routine kind of stuff. It's nothing that exciting. And
until it is.
Yeah, until it does become interesting. And I like the fact he's having a go at him for just rooting around in his glove compartment, without asking permission. And he pulls out the little maggot gun. It rhymes with maggot anyway, but yeah, YouTube just fucking tits.
Because it's only good for one shot.
Yeah, and you gotta drop it for something better. Great line, and once again, it's Chekhov's gun, because it comes back in a pretty fucking badass moment, in the film. Yeah, so and it turned out he's been hired by this chick called Allison Ames, a name which will not come back into play later on, and he's been hired to just sort of like just follow these guys around, and that's it, hide off the fun. Yeah, she didn't. And I love how he sort of takes the piss out of the whole noir private detective cliche, where a woman comes in all very sexy and casual, and she's smoking while giving him the lowdown on what she's hiring him to do. But no, she just hide him over the phone, paid by credit card. That's it. Very boring.
She had nothing on but the radio. That's such a great line.
But I love the way that the tone of this movie isn't mocking those noir films. It's reverential.
It's
playful.
yes.
That's a good. That's it. Yeah, that's fucking good. That Jesus Christ, I need to
and we don't
that vocabulary a bit.
That's what we don't get anymore. Everything mocks what came before it. Everything is
Right.
trying to tear it down. And,
Looking at you, modern fucking Marvel and DC.
This embraces it, though, still, doesn't it? It embraces those cliches because it still knows that's what smart script does. You know, it's tried and tested, and it still works.
Yeah, it embraces and occasionally subverts them, and that's why it works, because it's not taking a mocking tone with what came before it.
Right.
Yeah, unlike Lame's Bun, that's the name that rhymes with the director who I'll not mention because fucking hell. Yeah, I love his little sarcasm as well. It's like, she fucked everyone but my friend. You know, I told her not to. You know, even if he asked, and he's like, oh well, that's nice. So what's the name? Duck Chutney? Yeah, he's gay. Fucking love Val Kilmer in this. He's so good. He really is.
So good in this, man. Just seeing Spartan and then rolling right into this. That was, like I said, that was my motivation to watch this, because I really wasn't interested in it. Because, like you said earlier, Bastard, the marketing wasn't fucking great on this, because it's hard to market these things. Shane Black stuff is very hard to market. I mean, more easier now because you could just be like Shane Black, you know. Anybody who knows anything about Shane Black will go watch it because they're like, oh, I like Shane Black stuff, Predator aside. But, you know, back then, you know, even 20 years ago, it was very hard to market. Like, you guys may not be old enough to remember, but like when they marketed Last Boy Scout, for instance, they had to market it like it was a Bruce Willis Die Hard film almost, when it really is not at all. One of my favorite Shane Black, you know, creations is Last Boy Scout, and because it's got all of that great humor and the grizzled private detective with the partner that doesn't know what he's doing and that kind of thing. So, but this was one of those situations where they still 20 something years later, they couldn't figure out how to market his stuff, because there's just like, nowadays they could just say Shane Black, and most people who are at least nominally familiar with it would watch it or tune into it, and that would be good enough. And they know how to market irreverent humor mixed with, you know, serious subtext and stuff like that. So
yeah, think about this for a second. The Last Boy Scout is to action movies like this movie is to noir movies. It does the same similar playing with the tropes. And I assure you, I watched the first run of Star Trek on the television. I'm old enough.
Oh, yikes. You're old shit.
Yeah, I am. I have to pee.
Yeah, back when you had to write Star Trek, actual officers and not just fucking liberal students.
And,
right.
You know, when Shane Black messes up, he's not afraid to admit it. That's what I always found most endearing about him. Like with Predator, he's like, yeah, kind of fucked up. Like,
yeah. Then again, back then he was just the writer, and it was always the directors that sort of got the more of the marketing thing as well, didn't they? Like John Carpenter's, even though a lot of his films never really hit the box office in the 80s, and you know, Steven Spielberg, guys like that, who was fucking killing it in the 80s, you know, like have the director's name on anything he wasn't directing, and that film would get some good marketing.
Look at the run he had all the way from like Lethal Weapon to this movie. He did Long Kiss Goodnight, which is an amazing underrated movie. I thought Last Action Hero
never gets enough. He never gets enough praise because he's a very fucking good action director.
I love
absolutely.
I fucking love that movie.
It is. It's fucking brilliant. I watched it again earlier. I mean,
we went and saw this at the movie theater, and they didn't really know how to market this thing either. We were kind of expecting something totally different, and we walked out of the theater kind of blown away. I'm like, man, Gina Davis is badass. Like, and it was nice to see Sam Jackson playing a bit off his normal type. Like,
right.
Yeah, because he's not really he's a very good sort of like shit talker, isn't he? He's not the most badass guy compared to Gina Davis, because he's just an ordinary guy going up against these highly trained killers, isn't he?
Not to go off on a tangent, but I will say that that movie does a bit fall victim to that 90s trope I talked to you about earlier, where all of a sudden this character who has no martial arts skills at all of a sudden like he throws a knife and kills one of the henchmen, and I'm like, what the fuck? Now they do lampshade it a bit by having him be very surprised that he pulled that off, but at the same time, it's, you know, and again, that was very difficult to mark. I also saw that film in the theater. And it was one of those that they were just like, you know, if you think you're going to be able to hold on to your seats in this action film, you got another thing coming, and it's a long kiss. I mean, I think they still had that movie announcer's voice back then. In a world back then.
I mean, in the 90s, back, man. They're just cool. They would suck you into the movie that you wouldn't be able to see for another fucking good long while.
The beauty of that movie,
the distinction of I think one of the best villains ever put to film. That guy is so fucking good. I would chop off my foot if I could write.
Hey, he's fun. He's fun. I mean, he's just chewing up the scenery, isn't he?
He was so good in that film. I don't even know that dude's name, but he never.
Are you David Morse? Are you talking about Daedalus?
No.
Last Kiss Goodnight with Craig Bierko. He was the villain.
Is that his name, Craig Bierko?
Oh,
good.
David Morse was the big bad
like, he looks like a fucking model. Everything. He's got these like, good looks. He's got this good delivery. Everything, and he's so fun.
I gotta say, like I just because I'm gonna explode if I don't mention. But the thing I love is when he's torturing the guy and someone's calling him to tell him that Charlie Baltimore's been reactivated or whatever, and he's got the dude tied up, and he's like he holds the phone away from his mouth and mouth, I'm so sorry about that. Like interrupting the torture to take the call. He's like,
yeah, that guy did a TV series with Gates McFadden from Star Trek: The Next Generation. It was it was called Marker, and he played sort of like a private eye who was making good on all of his father's debts.
Okay.
His father would hand out more. It actually wasn't bad, but it didn't last very long. David Morse was the big bad in that one, but
right. Yeah, no, he did get a good career going after that. But
yeah, he was even a bad guy on House, for God's sake. Like,
yeah, no, Bierko would have been great in this film. Bierko would have been perfect in this fucking film. Don't know what happened. He must have told the Diddy Party people that he wasn't interested or something, and they blacklisted him. I've never understood. He did he did that, and he did Cinderella Man, and he was fucking phenomenal in both. And I don't know why we've not got more of him. If any of my books ever become TV movies, long running thing, or even films, whatever, I'm going to demand in my contract that Craig Bierko. I'm going to do I'm going to pull a Quentin Tarantino and be like, no, I want this guy in my stuff.
Bierko was the foil on Boston Legal for a season as well, but I have to correction. I mistook him for Richard Grieco, who he looks a lot like. That was the Gates McFadden TV show.
Oh, okay.
He kind of, the names are similar in cadence, and they sort of look very much. But yeah, I expected Bierko's career never really did take off. Like, you're right about that.
Yeah, no, because I know he was also on the American Red Dwarf pilot, which never turned into a series. I think they did a few of them. He was playing the Dave Lister part, and people were like, yeah, the guy's way too good looking to be Lister. I mean, I do not buy it as a sport.
Well, I think that was a blessing that pilot never took off.
Yeah, I mean, sometimes something that's made from England doesn't always translate to America. We've got very different senses of humor sometimes. Maybe it's our delivery or the tone we have. I don't know. It's very hard, and very rarely does it become successful. I think The Office might have been one of the most successful sort of remakes on the original.
Yeah, but only because it changed significantly. If they kept trying to emulate,
I did hear that the third season is when it really got better.
Yeah,
because it wasn't really adapting from the UK version and just changing the script with just adding American lingo to the scripts. No, it was actually doing its own thing.
I can't think of many US shows that actually pulled that off, and I've always watched a lot of grew up on Monty Python. I've always watched as much British TV as you could see over here.
Yeah, I never saw the point anyway because Americans have got some great fucking shows. I mean, you know, and I've rarely seen us Englanders remake an American show. I think we did do like a Law and Order once, but that was very short lived. But yeah, we're going on a tangent now, aren't we? So yeah, tracking these guys. Yeah.
Sorry, I do that a lot.
Yeah, it sometimes happens, and I get caught into it. But he does mention something. There's something wrong with his car, so he's obviously noticed that there's some ruffling going on in the trunk. So the try and follow him, and but apparently they've lost him. They're turned by this lake, and then the fucking car just gets sent over a hill into the lake, and obviously he's noticed that someone's in the car, but Perry's saying, no, there isn't. No one there. And he's like, get the keys. Then Perry just dives in as well. You hear this shooting. You hear these noises that sound like gunshots underwater. And he's like, whoa, 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 what's happening here? Where the fuck are you? And he comes out. He drags this dead body out. This dead woman. He thinks he doesn't know she's dead yet. The neck's broke. No, yeah, he does think he does know she's dead. The neck's broken. And yeah, a little bit of sarcasm, a bit of dark humor. It's like, she's just resting her ass. Of course, she's fucking dead. Her neck's broken. And we get another little clue that not yet. It's like a little shot. You're wondering, okay, why are they showing this dead woman's bush? But then it's another clue that comes on later because it's a mystery. You know, everything that's shown is deliberate. And fucking Harold just like, hey, what's going on up there? It's like, yeah, nice one. You see two guys masked up, and they send a fucking car flying into a lake with a dead body in, and you're trying to get attention. Yeah, that's dumb. That's dumb. So obviously they've got to get the fuck out of there before the cops go, and Harold has thrown the gun into the river. Because not only that, he's noticed that she's being shot in the head as well, and he's killed her accidentally. And
it shows right here both the knowledge and lack of knowledge. So Harry would, of course, think, well, it's a fucking gun that we may or may not have just used in a felony. Let's toss it in the fucking water. Gay Perry, being the PI, knows it's better than average chance that this chick was already dead and blah, blah, blah. And a ballistics thing would fucking go back to, it's a gun that's registered to him. So it's not throwing it in the fucking, of course, they're going to drag the fucking lake or, you know, body of water in order to get a possible murder weapon. So it's both like coming from their two very vastly, you know, different experiences is that, you know, Harry, this is something Harry would do. And it's something that Gay Perry would obviously get perturbed over.
And I was like, it's basically a good love-hate relationship between these two as well. It's like, he does try and play it calm as well. And then he says, hey, there's a clue on this case. And he uses it to fucking, he smashes it against his face. If you found look up the word idiot in the dictionary. Yeah. You know what you'll find.
Picture of me. The definition of the word idiot, because you fucking are.
And it's kind of understandable. Not only is he almost pretty much giving him a chance to be incriminated, but it's his mother's gun. It's a gun that was given to him by his fucking mother. It's like, damn, man. It's like, that's like 2 fucking stabs in the back there. It is, by accident. But it's one of my favorite quotes. It's one of my favorite movie insults. I mean, if you're looking for good movie insults, that's in there.
Yeah, for sure.
It is. And they got this fucking back and forth arguing about the towels being used as well. It's like, yeah, but you wiped your feet with this and gave it to me for my face, and it's like there's this big confusion here that's just making them even more frustrated at each other. But then I think this is where he gets, we go back to the badly adverb as well, like sleep adverb. Yeah. So even when he uses it in a sentence, he gets it fucking wrong again.
Well, because it's another thing of Harry trying to show off to Gay Perry. Like, it's like, okay, well, I know I fucked up on the case tonight, but look, I know English good because I just learned this from this chick the other day. And he's like, no, you fucking idiot.
Yeah, because they are a bit childish as well. I mean, they just had this back and forth with the fucking towel of, it's like, it's just very childish.
But eminently watchable.
Yeah, it's the dialogue is naturalistic. It's believable, and again, they're not just explaining what's happening in the scene,
right?
As if you were on your phone. You have to pay attention.
Right.
And that's like,
Another thing we've lost.
I know, plus they aren't really friends as well. They're just two people who pretty much have to put up with each other.
There's another thing you may not notice. It's nighttime, but you can see everything because this is back from the film days where, they lit for night and it was mostly blue, but you could see details and shadows. Now, when they do a nighttime scene, you can't see anything.
Looking at you,
you've got these cameras that are supposed to have these like automatic lighting things, but they still look fucking dark.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not sure extended dynamic range really like hits the human brain the way they hoped it should.
Yeah, I mean, but I do agree they need to go back to actual fucking stage lighting, everything like that. I know it means taking a lot of time to set up, but at least people will see what the hell is going on, and you can see the city a bit more, see the background, get absorbed by the atmosphere, the environment.
Yeah, listen, guys, I gotta run. I appreciate you letting me pop on for a spell. It's been fun, and I'll catch up with you guys on the Twits.
Okay, yeah.
You take care, man. You take care. Okay, so he gets a call from the police as well about apparently he mistakes it for Harmony as well. Like Harmony is pretty much committed, unalived herself.
Well, because she took her.
She took all her credit cards and everything, and ID as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, so then he kind of breaks down, and he does try to sort of reassure him a little bit as well. He's just saying cliche stuff that, comforting cliches or whatever they're called, and don't blame yourself. Everything
platitudes.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, and he does kind of make this very good point as well. He kind of I don't know. He kind of just sort of destroys it as well. It's like, why? Because I die, 10 people in Baltimore get to survive a bush crash. I mean, they get to enjoy Baltimore, but I'm still lying here with my head split open. And even he's like, kind of agrees with him a little bit. It's like, you know what, you got a point there. But it's also real funny as well. There's kind of this sort of like dark, I can't really describe it a little bit. He's like, listen, I gotta go. All right. He's trying to comfort him, but at the same time, he's sort of like, would you please sit forward so I can move my fucking car? It kind of humanizes him, but also still establishes, he's still a bit of a dick, all right? And then we come back to the advert as well, like he remembers watching years ago. And still better CGI than what we get in fucking movies today. It's like, I was tired, I was pissed, I was wetter than Drew Barrymore at a grunge club. Yeah. But I think, but then again, Drew Barrymore so kind of had gotten his shit together at that point. So I think if it was the early 90s,
she's worse. No, she's worse now.
Oh, she's gotten worse again now since she started.
She went down on her knees to kiss.
Yeah, I saw that. Yeah.
No, you fuck off, Drew Barrymore. Fuck right all the way off.
Yeah, I used to think, oh God, back in the 2000s, I actually thought she kind of seemed like a cool chick, but no, she's nah. They all let you down, these Hollywood stars. We do not hate them enough.
Not nearly enough.
Yeah. So now
look at fucking soaking wet. Fucking Michelle Monaghan rocking up to your hotel room, like, dude. Oh my God.
And you know what? I think this establishes evidence that she is drinking a lot in this movie. The character, because she's all buzzed up, everything. She's kind of incoherent. She's rambling. She's grieving everything, and she mentions little clues as well, like the $2,000 was taken out of a credit card, all her stuff was stolen, and but she obviously thinks that her sister was murdered and didn't unalive herself because she took a birth control pill. Who does that before they unalive themselves?
Habit.
Yeah. So it's looking like it was her sister that unalived herself. She'd come down, and we're realizing, okay, what was she down there for? It's like, what's going on here? What's this conspiracy? And she's asking him for help, and he's like, well, I got to check my schedule. It's like, because he's obviously playing up the private detective to impress her, isn't he? I mean, if he tells her that, yeah, I steal shit, and they're mistaking me for an actor, so you know, it would put her off.
Well, yeah,
I know. So
he's still trying to play Captain Save-A-Ho.
Yeah, no, he's trying to impress her as well, isn't he? He's still sort of trying to play his chances at getting with her. I mean, not only that, he's discovered that she's alive now and she's in his room and she's asking for his help. So, yeah, there is a little bit of that ego in there. And
a wet, sad, drunk, high damsel in distress. What are you going to do? I mean, we're only human.
Yeah, God bless mentally traumatized wet women.
Oh, yeah.
And he's obviously, he's not listening properly as well because he's still got that boob in there, you know, nips hanging out and everything. And he's kind of... you know, everything's just sort of blocked out mentally because he's so distracted, which is understandable. I mean, we're blocks, we're pairs, we're pieces of shit. We are.
Yeah. You feel sad for someone, but you gotta, what does he call it? A Roger? Like a huge Roger?
A Rodney, yeah.
Rodney calls it a Roger. I feel bad for you right now because your sister's dead, but man, I want to fuck you so bad.
Oh, no, yeah, we're terrible. We're terrible. Yeah, we're human, but we're also dirtbags. We can't. Well, I got to check my schedule because there's a business thing is going. So then she passes out and he's like putting her on the bed, and then this spider comes over her, starts crawling on her as well. And he's obviously not very comfortable about having to go near her boob to get this spider off as well. Because, yeah, we saw Amelia really not liking the sleazebag who was trying to abuse her while she was unconscious.
Right. But now he's forced in a position where he's looking like he is the sleazebag.
Yeah. Thankfully, she finds out there was a spider. You know, she's kind of shocked at first, but she does let him off the hook. But it's like, wait a minute, why are you acting like this is not a big deal? I mean, why, you know, because he's put her on this pedestal like she's this great woman, but no, she's an incredibly flawed woman. You know, she's a failed actress.
She's a whore.
Yeah.
And to be Karen Rossi, you are nothing but a whore.
Yeah. Yeah, Whammy Spoons, how you doing, man? Yeah, I'm not a psychologist or anything, but I think my penis could help you. That's a good one. That's a good one, man.
Nice.
One.
I am using that. I'm going to use that, Wormy Spoons. I am 100% using that.
Yeah. But I love this. It humanizes him as well. You know, yeah, he's a thieving bastard and a liar, but he's not a sleazebag. He's not a rapist or a pervert or anything like that. You know, because he does kind of feel shameful that he wants to fuck her, but still feels pity for her. So yeah, he's got a hell of a conscience on it. He really is, really has. So yeah, we're moving on.
I love this.
So yeah, obviously, she's going to get some close.
Random what the fuck moment. I remember watching that.
It's like once again that dark sense of humor from Shane Black. I mean, obviously she's going to get some
pissing on the fucking corpse.
Yeah, it's like it's very normal. It's like, okay, we'll talk to you afternoon about the case, and I'll help you out. There's some clothes in the drawer. They're very clean, you know, blah blah blah. And yeah, then he sees the corpse and just pisses on. It's like, what the hell? Once again, it sort of makes you realize, yeah, this is not just some random case that they're onto. I mean, this is big as well. They already recognize who he is. They know where he lives pretty much straight away. They shouldn't do, but apparently they do. So yeah, something's connected here. There's a conspiracy, and I love how he just explains it badly as well. When he mentions pissing on it, it's like, why would you piss on the cops? It's like, it's not like I planned it. All right. And yeah, it's like you said, Perry has pretty much done some stuff because he's pretty much given him some really good, smart information on hiding the evidence as well. Because yeah, they pretty much know they framed him. He's probably worked this kind of angle before, and he knows how to sort of like.
It does make me question how did the two bad guys we're going to meet later, the two thugs, how did they get her fucking body up in there?
Yeah, that is a bit of a plot hole as well. I know he mentions that as well, saying probably they went down the fire exit or some shit, but I don't know. I don't think I saw a fire exit in that hotel. But yeah, it probably is a little bit of a plot hole as well. But it does mean that if they found the gun now, it doesn't matter because there's no body in the lake anywhere. So yeah, he rushes over to Harold's room and he's looking for the gun and everything. And yeah, he wraps it up in a plastic bag. And once again, she's very quick. She uses her acting skills to help Harold out here as well. When obviously the cops have been called as well to arrest Harold for who was framed. And she's like, oh, it's 5:14, not 7:14. I was up there and it sounded very, very loud. So yeah, so she's really done a good job of her acting. She's using it to help the characters. She's a useful character. So yeah, obviously they're going through the information. It's like, how the hell could they find me out where I live? I've only been here 2 days. Blah blah blah. And once again, it's like another good fucking dark laugh as well, where they're trying to throw it into the garbage can, but she ends up fucking just slamming into the edge of it and hitting the pavement. It's like this poor lass, she's just been fucking murdered, accidentally killed, everything, and now she's got a corpse. She's getting thrown onto the fucking pavement like a rag doll.
I mean, at the end of the day, it is just a
Yeah.
dirty corpse. I mean, it's not like she's actually in there.
Yeah, she's not complaining. Well, she does end up coming back and saving Harold's ass despite being dead in a couple of times, which is okay. That's kind of cool for a cop. She's actually very useful. But yeah, obviously, if cops see two dudes kissing, they aren't going to investigate anything out there. They're just thinking, yeah, I'm not touching that with a 10-foot pole. So yeah, once again, she's wondering what the hell is going to happen, and it never explains what's happened. He just says, I had a hell of a time just telling her that A, I'm not B, I'm not gay. Do not ask me how I had to explain B.
Yeah.
Yeah, because you don't need to know. You just kind of put the pieces together, and it just makes it funnier.
They do kind of make it seem like I will say another mistake that it's a nitpick. It's not a huge thing, but I will say there's a lot of scenes of them fucking driving alone at night, and you know what I mean? Like, this is supposed to be LA? Like, come on now. Like, come on. I'm not even from LA. I'm from West Palm in Florida, and you ain't driving around alone at fucking night anywhere. There's no such thing. Like, clearly.
Yeah, because it's a big metropolitan city, isn't it? I mean, if you go down London, I mean, that's always full of traffic, even like 1 or 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning. Yeah. Here, traffic is very lax because we're still kind of a bit of a small town.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, you could drive here in Kansas. Yeah. At night, sure. Totally dead and dark. But like in LA or Miami or New York, no, you're not going to be like all alone. So I do kind of have, I mean, it's a small nitpick. It's a lot of, if I was going to nitpick and dislike a movie or a TV show because of this, it'd be a lot of shit I couldn't tolerate, because it is one of those, it is one of those things. I don't even know how to respond to that comment, actually. It is one of those, Jesus, you guys are brutal in the comment section.
Just never let us down. It never let us down.
Getting dark. It is dark. Woo. It's as dark as a fucking Carnival cruise after the EBT checks come in. Am I right? Yeah, no, there's no way they would just have all this like free moving around thing. I think that's been pointed out on another reaction video I've seen to this movie, but I can't remember when or where. But I mean, it's definitely something I was like, this is LA. I'm calling bullshit.
Yeah, nice one. Yeah, it's sometimes even good films have their flaws. Brian Jones has just messaged me. Yeah, he was just interviewed with Lance. I'll tell him later anyway. I'll talk to him later because I hope it went well. So once again, we get a little moment where Harold is humanized. It shows he's human. You know, he does feel bad about this fucking poor girl who's pretty much had her corpse desecrated a couple of times and pissed
quite a bit.
I know.
Quite a bit. Now, who is this now? This is the real daughter, right?
Yeah, it's the real daughter, but we don't know that yet, do we?
We don't know that. Yeah.
Random chick.
Spoiler alert.
Yeah. Yeah, like I said, a little convoluted, but when you watch it enough and try and sort of like, try and put the pieces together yourself, it does end up making sense. It's just a lot of information there. That's it. But that's what I like about it. It gives it a bit more rewatch. So yeah, day 3. So, and once again, he's getting information. He's pretending to be some kind of private investigator, like asking her questions, blah blah blah. And he's just He's just scribbling on the fucking notepad. He's not even making any notes whatsoever. Yeah, but this is where she tells him that, she told her sister a lie that her real father was Johnny Gossamer, or the guy who plays him, because they were shooting the actual movie in the town, and we don't realize yet it was the Dexter guy who played him.
Right.
Yeah, I think Dexter is a little bit underused here as well, because he doesn't really start becoming a bit of a villain until at the end, and the last time we've seen him then is at the beginning. So,
well, that's a trope. Yeah, that's a trope of PI detective stories, though. You like the bad doesn't really reveal themselves. It's not like a regular action movie where you're going to get to meet Hans Gruber in the opening like 20 minutes. You know what I mean? Like it's got to be a thing where so like if this was a novel, this movie was a novel, it would almost surely be told in Harry's first person. Like I went into her room and she had nothing on but the radio, like that. Like I met with Harmony the next day, and and detective stories are told in that manner. I think I've told you this before. A lot of detective stories are told in that manner so that you go on you as the reader don't know more than what the hero or detective actually knows. It's one of those things where you're discovering it at the same time. I don't care for it. It's not my favorite thing, but if you were to say like, hey, how do we do first person narrative in a film? You could do it in this manner in which Shane Black has wrote this. Cause like, you don't really know anything that Harry doesn't know up to this point. You know what I mean? In fact, you might even know less in a lot of these scenes. You're definitely not, one up on Harry in any of these things, because you're getting the information the same time that he is. So,
yeah. And he is in the majority of the scenes as well. I think there's only really a couple of times it deviates to Hare and Perry, and that's probably one of the scenes where he's out because he's so fucking drugged up on all the painkillers from losing his finger. So yeah,
I think he's still in the scene though.
Yeah. Yeah, and he's like, and he changes his slogan to abracadabra, and is like, I was great, but now I'm amazing. Yeah. Once again, laying on a little bit of that charm as well, the one-liners.
Well, he did the best, even though it was inadvertent, just because he had a corpse in his room. He did the best thing that you can do with a chick, where she wants to stay with you, and you kick her out of the room and tell her you'll get back to her later, because that's a guaranteed. Now, of course, he had to, because what if she had to go to the bathroom after they fucked? But like, that's a guaranteed way to make her fucking simp after you, is to be like, get really close to closing the deal and then telling her to haul ass.
Yeah, keep them wanting more, isn't it? So yeah, he gets a call from Perry as well to check the Channel 5 news, and it turns out that this chick is the daughter, and we've already heard about him suing her, but then suddenly not becoming born again and being okay with the father and dropping the lawsuit, blah blah blah. And yeah, this is fucking big as well, because they've met him at this the party as well, and it's like, what the fuck is going on here? So yeah, a bit of exposition there that's kind of making the plot thicken. And yeah, Perry's really not happy about this as well. This is getting way too big. He's like, he's kind of been playing this whole charade that he's going to be this next star in this movie, but now he's like, yeah, you know what? This is too dangerous now. I've used you, and if I continue using you, I'm going to get you killed. I mean, I'm happy to use you, but I'm not happy to have you killed. All right? I mean, it's that's going too far. So once again, it does show a little bit of a human. It shows that Perry still is a little bit human, despite his cynicism. Yeah, and it kind of reveals to him as well that they were just using him just so they could get Colin Farrell for cheap, because back then he was kind of a big deal, wasn't
Watching this the first time, this really fucking hurt my feelings. I was like, dude, this is crazy. He's got enough fucking problems. They fucking brought him in just to get Colin Farrell's price dropped a little bit. I was like, is that a thing that they do? And of course, now, 20 years later, of course we know that's a thing they do. But Jesus, man, this was like brutal. I was like,
but I think he's trying to save his life, though, isn't he? It's like this is getting too fucking big now. We've got killers that recognize you. I'm like, you're gonna get killed now, and I've got to come clean. All right. I mean, it is probably the only nice thing, is actually honest thing he's done to him here so far. And it is brutal as well. You can really see his heart's just sinking. That you know, he had a chance to maybe do something big and not be a total loser, and it's all a lie. But yeah, but once again, shows more about how just fucking ruthless and nasty Hollywood is, though. I mean, Jesus Christ, it just chews you up and spits you out. But yeah, even when he takes a swing at him, he's like, he can't fucking do it properly, and Perry just sort of gets the upper hand on him as well. And he even tells him, like, yeah, shit, I've told Harmony that you're not a detective, and she's really not happy about it.
That seemed like an extra little fuck you. Like, what was it? What was the purpose of that exact? I mean, just to kind of protect him, or was that like I don't know, dude. That's weird.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe it was because if he continued with the charade of being a detective, he'd still stay in LA and probably get killed. Who knows? It's I think despite the fact he's a bit of a dick, he is still human. I think he's still like, okay, I mean, this guy's a fucking chump, but I don't want to get him killed. You know,
Yeah.
so it's kind of that little bit of there's still that humanity in them. Because I think if he was totally apathetic to him getting killed, I don't think he would be as likable. So yeah, he's waiting for the plane, and he comes across Flicker as well, and he's trying to sort of get her to give him the number of Harmony as well, to try and, you know, clear the air with her as well. You know, try and get back in a good books, because he's still he's still desperate, isn't he? He's still desperate to try and.
Damn this rewatch, because this is another. And you're going to tell me in one of the busiest airports in the fucking world, LAX. He runs into this one chick that he met one time at the. I mean, come on, bro.
Yeah, there's
also happens to be friends with Harmony. Come on, bro.
I wonder if Shane Black was writing this thinking, is this too much of a coincidence? Ah, fuck it. We need to get the plot moving somehow and get him to, you know, find out about the Ames character, and that it's, you know, but this is where he does find out that it's Harmony's stage name, and that the sister was using it when she hired fucking Perry. So yeah, her sister was the person that hired Perry. So another little bit of clue is just dropped in there.
I mean, it drops like a fucking clunker, if I'm being honest.
It does, yeah.
As Deadpool would say. It's just
yeah. Yeah, so he tells Perry about it, and he's going to Harmony as well to tell him that, yeah, your sister was the person that hired Perry to for this thing here earlier in the movie, and then she slams the door on him and she just knocks the finger off him. It's like, damn, man.
Yeah, that's why you don't put your hand in the fucking door wedge.
Yeah, once again, it sort of establishes that he's a bit of a twat, isn't he? Really, a bit of a prat. And oh, this is nasty as well. I mean, I don't know. This actually looks like they did chop his finger off for real and just put it on. But it establishes more that he's still the loser as well, even though he's supposed to be the hero in a way, or the anti-hero. Yeah, now she's very excited that she's found out. It's like, oh yeah, you know what else happened? You cut off my fucking finger. I like the fact that she still has to go to work for this as well. Like, she's not just out in pursuit as well. No, she still has to pay the fucking rent. So yeah,
right.
Yeah, the plot has to happen later on. Real life is happening to us. So he's telling her to ring Perry so he can come over and he can explain what they've just found out. And she tells him where to meet her, and yeah, he's proper like buzzed out everything. He's stoned everything, and there comes that chick who comes up later saying that he was checking her out, and he's seeing all these weird fucking dance things at this gay club. It's mad. It's mad. I mean, this is typical Hollywood people with too much fucking money and not enough sense, just having people doing weird shit. It's very freaky.
I do like his little dialogue here. It's like they took all of the fucked up chicks in all of the country and then tilted it, and they dropped them all here in LA.
That is still relevant. That is still so relevant now.
Oh, for sure.
Christ, man, it's like this is 20 years old. I mean, there's been movies like that before, but the fact that this is still going on is just insane. I mean, I know Hollywood is dying, but fucking hell, they'll probably find another way of chewing up women with that.
Everybody who hates Harry, raise your hand. And
Yeah.
then Gay Perry walks up, obedient little
Really
bitch.
little bitch, Sally, and she's like, "Fuck you, Frost." So we got a clue. Like we got this Lord of the Cock Rings. It's a fake label. She found it in the sister's room. So obviously it's part of a sister stalking this Dexter guy as well, who we don't know yet. But
Top of the hour, Christmas music. I'll mute my mic.
oh yeah. Yeah, so we've got the monologue here as well that he mentioned. So yeah, we'll move on from that because yeah, fucking hell, man, 20 years and it's still relevant. That's so crazy. All right. Yep, and and there's a credit card, everything that's used to hire, so they know everything. Allison Ames, that's how we found out. And they've got a Michael Beck, whoever that is. And once again, Perry's showing how gay he is because he recognizes the star of Xanadu, and he just does that thing where he's like, gay.
Yay.
Yeah.
Yay. Now, I know that I've complained about when movies, turn people into action heroes, where they really don't need to be. But I guess I have less of a problem. Jesus. I guess I have less of a problem with movies that make people detectives a little bit, because I think everybody kind of has a little bit of detective in them. And if you take some of the facts and you follow, you can make these intuitive leaps or whatever. That's a great little bit right there, because that's actually a clip of Corbin Burnson from the aforementioned when I said LA Law. That's actually Corbin Burnson.
I thought that was. I actually had a feeling that it was probably a clip from some old TV show he did, like you mentioned.
Yeah, he was a big noise in the 80s. He was like the lawyer version of Don Johnson's character in Miami Vice. So you had like Don Johnson being the grizzled cop, and then you had him being the hotshot pussy hound attorney in the 80s was like a thing.
Yeah. And it's also where we found out a little bit more like, why was the sister stalking this Dexter guy? It's like the two cases are all turning out to be one case now. They're all connected in a way.
That's a bit more lampshading. I mean, unfortunately, that's more like, of course, you guys are going to do that PI trope. And so they're mentioning it in the movie so that it can't be, I guess, allegedly you can't make fun of it if they're making fun of it themselves. But I mean, so that's what lampshading is. But again, I forgive it. And maybe that's not fair for me to forgive it, where I would tax other movies or TV shows for doing the same thing. But I mean, come on, man. It's kiss, kiss, bang, bang, bro. Like it's,
Yeah.
Listen, I'm not going to say they're my opinions, and they're not always going to be fair. It's not like I
mean, we've got to have your own criticism on even if it's a film you like. I mean, I was watching like Mark Commode review this as well, and he said, well, it's fun, but there's not a lot of substance. And I don't know, I probably disagree with him a little bit on there, but that's the thing with people having different opinions. That can
having an opinion on a film, bad or good, doesn't mean that you're right or wrong. It's a subjective opinion. It doesn't mean that So if I hold one IP to a certain standard that I don't hold, and that doesn't make me a hypocrite. It just means that no, we didn't end the chat.
No, we're still going, man. We're still going.
Yeah, no, we're still going. It doesn't mean that I'm a hypocrite. I mean, although I guess you could make a good case that I am, and for some things, but it just means that I feel like the good of this film outweighs the bad of it, I think.
Oh yeah, exactly. I mean, there's plenty of films. I mean, Star Wars, the first original one, the good one. We haven't mentioned the shit one. There's plenty of flaws in the first one, but it's still brilliant because the good outweighs the bad. So yeah, moving on back to Liz. So yeah, so Perry is supposed to be following this chick around at this park, and once again, it sounds like a little detail that means nothing, but then he finds out later that this is all part of the conspiracy as well. It's So yeah, and he's telling them, don't play PI, do not get involved into this. This is too dangerous. And he's like, what, you think we're not, why do you think I'm stupid? It's like, I don't think you would know where to feed yourself if you didn't flap your mouth so much. Yes.
I've used that quite a bit. I've used that quite often. I don't even know you'd be able to feed yourself if you didn't flap your mouth so much.
Perry, you're such a bitch, man. I love it. He is. But yeah, she is keen on fucking she wants to see this through as well. She's tenacious, she really is. And once again, he's still a bit stoned as well, so he's mesmerized by the weirdness that's going on. Then we come across these two busybodies as well. It's like Mike and Mustard. That's what they call themselves. So here we are, Ike, Mac, and Mustard. So what does that mean? It's like, what the fuck does that mean? What are you on about?
Like, yeah, that's a weird reference. That's that's kind of Shane Black making fun of his own thing there, because he has that kind of weird, quirky dialogue, and it's like if you quote a Shane Black movie, you might get that look from somebody like, "What are you on about right now?" I'm like, no, it's a line from Last Boy Scout. Are you serious? You don't get it? Okay.
But they do give these two a bit of personality as well, even though they've only got a bit of a short screen time. They are two-dimensional henchmen. They have sort of given them a little bit of a dynamic as well,
Well, I'm glad you mentioned that, because I wanted to say that, like, Shane Black, he does the best of like the ineffectual goons, giving them personality. He's
like the fucking pimp looking bastard.
Yeah,
in Last Boy
the
Scout.
pimp looking motherfucker with a hat, or you want another cigarette, man? All right, booyah, yeah, baby. Or if like Iron Man, when he's like in Iron Man 3, when he's like, I'm gonna get my suit back and kill you both right now, and they're just looking around. He's like, man, I hate jobs like this.
And that's what we love about these films with these great writers, just giving us a little bit of personality, and it gives the actors something to sort of sink their teeth into as well, even though they're only going to be in there for a short time.
Right.
Obviously, they're doing the whole henchman thing, don't fuck with us, we won't fuck with you, all right, stay away from this, blah, blah, blah. But really, the easiest thing would be just to kill them. But then again, they're in a party, aren't they, where people can probably hear the gunshots.
Yeah.
But they damage his finger, they pretty much rip it half off again, and he's still high, everything. And she is willing to take him to the hospital as well, and but they do end up kind of catching the goons anyway, and she's trying to get the license plate, and they have this little argument as well. It's like, what are you doing? Keep your eyes on the road. Don't reach for a fucking pen or anything. You're going to crash us. But then she finds out that they are going down that same area that Perry said he was going to go, and she's like, oh shit, that chickie was following around. It's a setup. We need to go save him. And we get Michelle Monaghan running around in a lovely Mrs. Claus dress.
Like he said, like his character said earlier in the film, look at the stems on her.
Yeah.
And I'm not much for legs. I'm not a big leg guy. I'm more like ass and titties, but I mean, you got to admit them fucking legs are something to behold.
Yeah. I mean, Christ, man. I think this is definitely one of her best roles as well, in my opinion. She was all right in Gone Baby Gone. I liked her in Mission Impossible, but no, I don't think she's ever topped this performance. I probably need to see more of her catalog.
She did a movie called Fort Bliss, where she played an army medic that had really bad PTSD, and she's pretty good in that. I dug it. I dug that role. I usually don't like military women roles or whatever, but I thought that was pretty good.
Yeah, as long as they're written well, like Lioness and that.
It's not as good as that. It's definitely not as good as that, but it's definitely worth a watch. There's a pretty good sex scene in there too, so that may be worth your time.
Yes, that sounds definitely worth my time. So
you fucking perv.
Yeah, so fucking Mustard tries to choke her out and everything, but then she gets the better of him as well and headbutts him and knocks him out. I mean, okay. I mean, I know she's a woman, but a good headbutt, that's still gonna fucking hurt, no matter the density.
Top of the head, hardest part of the body.
Yeah. And we're still wondering who this purple-wigged girl is as well. I mean, we found out later that she is kind of like the woman posing as the daughter, and it's like becomes a little red herring in a way.
This is another Shane Black. This is another Shane Black trope where there'll be a car and a person on foot following another car that goes into an underpass. This has been used in
we saw it in Lethal Weapon and
Lethal Weapon, Last Boy Scout. It's been done a lot. by Shane Black. That's definitely you could plop me into a proper Shane Black movie with no prep time, no foreknowledge, nothing. And the dialogue and the little Easter egg, the little same details he does in every movie, I would know it's a fucking, even if it wasn't set at Christmas, I would know that it was a Shane Black film, 100%.
Yeah, that's the thing. I watched Last Boy Scout. I think that we only see really a couple of references to Christmas, don't we? But like Satan Claus, watch out, it's going to get you. But so obviously the crash. Mike gets fucking shot by one of the vendors. Is like, yeah, you crash into near my vendor, you get killed, man. And I like how it's just a ricochet as well. She's trying to scream for him, but like a gun drops, it fires, and Perry knows and manages to take the guy down. And she's pretty much coincidentally manages to steal the only car she can find, and it's the one that's got Harold in it, unconscious because he's so fucking drugged up.
And in so much pain.
She has a chance to shoot him, but she doesn't. I mean, it's like, okay, we got a moment that humanizes her a little bit as well. She's still an ordinary woman. She's not a killer. So yeah, he wakes up. He's like in this house. He's wondering where the hell he is, and then this is probably one of the darker scenes as well, where there's no gags or anything. It's just dead serious. She's called over muster to try and sort this whole mess out, and she's real frightened, but. Obviously, because she could probably give the whole game away and expose everyone. She's a liability. He kills her. And he pretty much has to watch her die as well. He's trying to keep her quiet so she doesn't give him away. But yeah, and it's like you can really see this is a moment that's haunted him here. That's already kind of fucking with it.
Isn't this, that's Shannon Sossaman, right?
Yeah.
From
from Knight's Tale and was it 40 Days and Nights?
She never became a bigger star, which I always thought was.
Yeah, she was this really good looking lass, but I think I only saw her in like just a couple of movies, and that was it. I ain't seen her in anything else since. So. Well, he really gets fucking cocky. He really underestimates Harold here as well. It's like, hey, man, Vagon, you're a tough guy, aren't you? And yeah, he doesn't think about it as well. He's thinking, this guy's just killed this woman, and he does not deserve to live. He is angry. He does not care anymore. And I like how he doesn't look at him when he fires the first shot. He kind of looks away, then fires, and then he turns around and then fires the second one, then decides, fuck it, I'm just going to walk up to this guy, look him in the eye, and just take him down. And no words are fucking said. No words are said whatsoever. You can see it all in his face.
It's all show, don't tell.
Exactly. And he's got to do another shitty thing and make it look like she was the one who killed him, even though she was pretty much innocent in that department.
Yeah.
So yeah, he's dealing with a lot of problems. He's come across a dead body. He's he's watched a woman actually die in front of him and look him in the eyes while she died. And he's had to kill someone now. He's had his finger taken off. You do kind of got to feel sorry for him a little bit, even though we kind of spent a lot of the movie sort of taking the piss out of him. But this is good timing as well with the jokes. We've had this really heavy moment, and it's given us a few seconds to breathe before leaning back into the dark humor, where the dog just takes his finger and chews it and just eats it.
That's pretty disgusting. I'm not gonna lie.
Oh yeah. It's once again Shane Black's very dark humor is like, but he's got one less thing to worry about, fingerprints, because the dog's eating it now. Yeah, they're in the clear. And then he just fucking breaks down. He's like, I shot a guy. I've never did that before. And he just breaks down to this dog because fucking hell, when you got no one, you better have a fucking dog around to actually unload your emotions on. So it's foreshadowing a little bit as well. Like he breaks out of the torture and kills 16 guys, and apparently it seems to be all over. But even Perry's got a load of questions to ask as well. There's still so much loose ends that haven't been tied up yet. It's like, why, exactly like he says, why has she hired me to go film a murder plot? You know, there's a lot of things that don't make sense.
I guess it is a little bit more convoluted than I originally thought.
Yeah, I mean, I'm surprised I'm actually managing to fucking make sense of it a little bit despite my retarded brain. It's like, fucking hell, I was like... And yeah, once again, he's talking about the conspiracy, why she dropping the lawsuit on the daughter and blah, 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 all that other stuff. And yeah, but he's not going to go any further because, yeah, this is too big. It's too dangerous. You know, just back off and just fucking get on with your life.
Yeah.
So it's looking like they're going to try and reconnect as well. And she's still kind of pissed at him a little bit as well because he lied to her and all that lot. And he does actually pretty much open up to her and be honest with her as well. He tells her that he's a thief. You know, he's never finished anything he started. He's a fuck up, and she kind of does sort of like forgive him a little bit as well. But once again, she kind of takes account for the fact that she's a bit of a shitty person too.
Yeah.
And that he needs to stop fucking simping over her and putting her on a pedestal, you know. And it's like, yeah, you need a guy to sort of like bring you back down to earth a little bit. Yeah, once again, he fucks up saying, listen, I don't want younger and better. Oh, and you always like, yeah, you never say that to a woman, you dickhead.
Yeah.
Okay, we skip over ahead a little bit because blah, blah, blah. We've said all this.
This is very dialogue heavy
Yeah, it is a little bit, yeah, but I think the slides just make it longer, doesn't it?
Yeah, it does to a degree. I like the fact that they went down to the hotel bar to get fucked up and fucking there's not enough of that in movies where it's like, dude, you're already at a hotel. They have a bar. Use that. I mean, you know, I have a hotel that I work at. I'm fucking, you know, I run the bar. Like, dude, come get drunk at the bar. You're already there. You don't have to drive anywhere. And then we get this little, be careful here because there's a little nude shot in a mirror.
I know, I had to be really careful. I might have to, there's ones where I accidentally caught a nip. So yeah, for anyone watching or want to see Michelle Monaghan's nips, then yeah, catch it on the rewatch and hopefully you can pause it at the right millisecond. So
yeah. Or go watch Fort Bliss where she's totally naked through.
But yeah, once again, he gets the flashback to the underwear because he's seen her in the underwear, and it's like, okay, well, I saw the body up close, but there was no signs of any rape or anything, despite the fact she had no underwear on, and she still thinks she's still drunk. She's kind of incoherent, thinking, "Oh, what are you trying to say? You're talking bullshit. Shut up."
Well, that day drinking in the afternoon, I'll tell you what, that will make you sleepy as fuck.
It was, yeah. Day drink is not fucking good unless it's summer and you're on the beach. But
even then, that's definitely, I need a nap. I used to be able to day drink during the day and just keep going straight into the night. But man, fucking day drinking now in my late 40s, early 50s, we're needing a nap for sure.
Yeah, for day drink, I'm going to do it in the summer because, you know, it's nice sunshine. You want a beach or beer garden, blah, 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 all that stuff. You know, it's a good time for that. But winter, nah, prefer it on the night. But even at the moment, I've not been drinking much. I will be drinking tomorrow, which will be the first in a while. So, but anyway, once again, he is sort of like, yes, you get this fucking dialogue is like, yeah, Whitey, call me a night. It's like he's getting horny with her as well, but he kind of like backs out again as well, doesn't he? He's got too much of a conscience to sleep with her. It's like, listen, you're both drunk, you like each other, just fucking shag, man, all right? You aren't doing anything wrong.
Yeah.
But then he kind of becomes a little bit, he feels like he's being patronized as well, where it's just like, yeah, if you got a problem, I can always help you. It's like, listen, I don't want a bloody sympathy freebie, blah, blah, blah. But yeah, they eventually show up.
Sydney, I'll take a sympathy freebie. Listen, I'll take 20% off your bill if you want.
But because they're getting so close to each other now, she does end up admitting that she fucked his friend Chuck, even though she told him that he wouldn't. And
even though Gay Perry said he's gay, he's like, oh, if he didn't fuck her, which by the way, that meant that Gay Perry was right, because if he didn't fuck her, then he would have been gay. But since we know now that he did fuck her, then there you go.
And the thing is, she's kind of saying, listen, that was forever ago. I was young, I was a different person. It's like, yeah, but you've just told him this now after so many years. And it's going to be like, it happened yesterday. That's what devastating news happens. That hasn't been told. That hasn't. When you reveal something to someone after so many years, they're going to feel like it's a bad thing that happened an hour ago. That's how the mind works sometimes.
Right. That's why to this day, I still haven't told my wife that I gave her syphilis in 2007.
And the thing is, like, he stops simping over her as well. He kind of gives a shit about it. He kind of calls her out on it. So, yeah, he does stand up to her a little bit as well. And, yeah, this joke, watch your hand, because that was a good little nod back as well. He's told her to watch her hand so he doesn't cut off her fingers by accident as well. But she seems to sober up pretty fucking quickly here as well, because she realizes the underwear and what he says, and then she's starting to realize what Harry was thinking about as well, clue-wise. Yeah, and he once again he rubs it in. He rubs it in again, saying, "You slept with Chuck Chuckney."
Chuck Chuckney.
Yeah,
you son of a bitch.
So obviously some time has passed. He's passed out drunk, and he's been woken up by Perry. It's like, listen, Harry is in trouble, so they need to get down there. And so, is there anything that you can tell me that would have gotten her into trouble? And obviously, well, she was naked a lot, so a lot of my information sort of a bit of a blur now, because I was just thinking of lovely tits. But then he mentions the underwear, and it's like, yeah, it makes sense. So, yeah, apparently she had no underwear because she was in a mental health institute where they don't wear underwear underneath their robes. I don't know who this woman is, but she cracks me up. I wish I had that clip of ooh, what's that, brother, when she takes her fucking drawers down. And I love how formal they are as well about it, saying, listen, not to sound crude, but are you wearing any underwear or anything? And she's just happily to show off that she's going commando.
This is actually where they start gelling as a kind of a partnership a little bit more.
Yeah, no, they're really starting to find a bit more common ground as well, because even he's figuring this stuff out as well. He's showing that, yeah, he may have some potential as a private detective, because he's putting clues together himself. Like, he's learning off Perry, isn't he?
Yeah.
So that's what dynamics do. And so apparently, yeah, it was two different girls. He had a fake daughter. Was Ames, the sister, the fake daughter that was set up? Well, of course, we found out it wasn't, but that's what we're kind of meant to think at this moment. Yeah, and so the actual daughter was put in a mental institution, so the fake daughter could drop the lawsuit, blah, 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 all that stuff. So, yeah. And I love this line as well when they get caught and it's like, hey, we're so incredibly lost. It's like, great. I love the delivery. It really is fucking good.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. Did you sort of say that in your book? Because I don't know if you might have mentioned that as well once.
Which one?
Hey there, we're so incredibly lost. I'm trying to.
No, I know it sounds like my. I know it sounds like my dialogue, but it's shaped. That's shaped like it's not me. I don't think I've really
read it again, man. It's been over a year now.
Yeah,
I might be able to find a bit more time to actually sit down and read something now, because I've been so busy with.
Well, I mean, now would be a good time to get a copy because it is updated on
I've
Amazon.
got a copy on Kindle, so I'll be able to read it anyway.
Oh, okay, then.
Read it again anyway for a second.
You got the old version though, so I did update it last month.
Yeah, plus it'll help as well once you finish the second one, because I need the refresher anyway.
Yeah.
But yeah, this is pretty cool. I don't know if this is accurate and that you can do this in real life. I wouldn't dare do it because I don't want to get my spine blown out. It's
you get close quarter combat training. You get taught to do this, like close the gap between you and the person. So walk slow if they've got you at gunpoint, so you can turn around and grab armbar the guy and grab the gun. By the way, if in case anybody in the audience is wondering, Northern English Bastard was referring to my novel Slapdash. It's available on Amazon. Go get
got the promotion bit out of the way. So yeah, and yeah, and I love the fact that Perry was the one talking shit while Harold gets hit over the head. It's like what? It's twice as well, because when he gets shocked, Perry's the one fucking egging this guy on, and Harold's the one who's pretty much the one who suffers.
Now, you know who did steal from this was actually Seth MacFarlane, and he put it in his Family Guy, where they get arrested and they're at like the work camp. That's like a Cool Hand Luke type work camp, and they that fucking Peter keeps talking shit, and they keep beating up Cleveland, and he's like, and then Peter keeps going, and he's like, "Why are you not hitting him?" And then Peter says, "He's like, yeah, I don't really care, you know." And then they hit, and he goes, "Okay," now and they hit Peter, and he's like, "Okay, now I'll stop."
I can't. It kind of took me back to Red Dwarf as well, where they go back to this wax droid planet where Caligula just where the cat just keeps saying something stupid to Caligula, and Caligula keeps slapping Lister for some reason.
Yeah.
It's it seems to be an old trope where one guy talks shit to the bad guy, and the bad guy just hits the other guy for no apparent reason, and it just happens like 3 times. But I like he gets a little bit of a comeback to him as well when they get the gun off him, they hold him at gunpoint, and Harold just whacks him over the head with the gun, saying, "Hey, isn't that terrible? I just hit you for no apparent reason. Doesn't that suck?" I love it. I just love this. So obviously they're going to be interrogating him now, and he's like, "I ain't telling you shit." And he's like, "Listen, you don't get it. This isn't good cop, bad cop. This is cigarette and New Yorker. You're in deep trouble."
Now, was that a little way of saying?
Yeah, we can't. Yeah, just in case we get flagged for hate speech or whatever.
Well, in case people don't know, there's another word that the Brits use for cigarettes.
Yeah, someone get the cigarette out of here. So, so yeah, they tell him, "We know who are you protecting. We know about Veronica's lawsuit. We know everything now. Is Dexter's in trouble, you know, and you're going to go down with him." And once again, the big intimidation factor fucks up because Downey Jr., even though he's kind of evolving a little bit, he's still a little bit of a dick. He is. Because he's kind of ruining the intimidation moment as well. Because you got to come across like you know what you're doing, even when you don't.
Right.
Right. Yeah. So yeah, they go through what they learned anyway. Tell them that we know this, blah blah blah, and you think it's funny. I'm going to break your nose, and he says this line: "I want you to picture a bullet inside your head. Can you do it for me?" He's like, "Well, that's a bit ambiguous." It's like, is the bullet in his head, or is the image of the gun in his head? You know, and but yeah, blah blah blah. You know, they kind of fuck it up, and he does it even worse when he starts fucking unloading a live round into the chamber and tries to play Russian roulette with him as well. He does that cliche that the cops do as well.
I had a 2 and 3 chance. It's like, who taught you math?
And it's a good sort of like way to sort of make you jump out of your seat a little bit as well, because we've seen this cliche where nothing happens. We know the bullet's in there, but they're smart enough to like hide the gun in their sleeve. But no, this fucker doesn't. He actually puts the live round in the chamber and kills the guy by accident. And he's still multiplying as well when he's on the phone to fucking Harmony. He's like, "Listen, stop multiplying." Yes, obviously she didn't actually go through with the whole plan. She had to work, but it was shitty reception, blah blah blah. And he wants to find out how where the cremation is as well, so they can try and get Dexter. Eventually, he does calm down and say, "Listen, yeah, he was going to kill you anyway. Fuck it, you know that guy's an asshole." I was like, "Just cover up the body," and we get another little. He's behind me, isn't he? Where it's like, "Let's go get that son of a bitch Dexter down and take him down to the track for a drink." That son of a gun. So yeah, they pretty much got fucking caught again. It's like, Jesus Christ, give us a fucking break. We just had to take care of this one goal. Now we've got to deal with you bastards. So yeah, moving on, and yeah, we've got the good hands as well, where she uses her acting skills as well to pretend to be this carpet woman. I thought, yeah, that's pretty cool as well. You think
that was good. That's really good, actually. That
was really good. I know it's like you thought there was fucks for a minute, and it was a carpet woman. It's like, oh no, she knows. No, they did call her, and yeah, so they may have a chance here.
I love the look of realization on her face where she's like, "Oh, like, this is the fucking big leagues now. This is serious."
Yeah, she's very quick-witted, everything, you know. So yeah, she probably has had to be as well. And this is pretty good little take on the cliche where, yeah, why don't you just zap the nipples? I mean, you don't need to go for the balls. I mean, it's like it's a lot less work and it's a lot less messed up anyway. You get the same effect.
Yeah.
Yeah, and yeah, he's chewing the scenery up, even though he hasn't really been given a lot of screen time. But yeah, he's a good seasoned actor. You know, he's allowed to, you know, he's having a bit of fun with the little screen time he has during the whole movie.
It's interesting because all of these guys here are seasoned, like they're tropes from the 80s. You know what I mean? Like all of these actors, Corbin Burnson, RDJ, Val Kilmer, all like 80s guys. You know?
Yeah. And once again, we kind of get the he fucking suffers again while Harry is sort of giving this.
He's kind of chill, like
yeah, yeah. They kind of uses like inner closeted gay homophobe thing against him as well. You know, it's like
yeah.
Once again, the little the maggot gun, the what rhymes with maggot gun, actually pays off as well.
Yeah,
Chekhov's gun.
It's also, I would guess, an allusion towards Lethal Weapon with the whole torturing with electricity for information type thing.
Yeah, that is true as well. It kind of does go back to that as well. And yeah, I'm pretty sure he shoots this guy in the dick a bit as well. I was like, did he shoot him in the dick?
You know, I'll tell you what, I would not want to live fire a weapon that close to my junk for sure.
Yeah, because I mean, there's still going to be some kind of like.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, for sure. Well, I hate to do this to you, bud. I'll getting ready.
I've got people in the chat, so I'm not totally alone here anyway. So yeah,
I know. I hate to leave you alone in the combat zone.
But it's all right. It's all right. Man.
I gotta. And it is my Friday night shift, and I didn't ask for any comp time, but it's near the end. But great movie, great look at this. I appreciate you giving me the chance, and Istaphobe as well, jumping on. Look forward to maybe I can link up with him. You guys enjoy this. Listen to your narrator. He knows what he's talking about. This guy's got some great insights into this fucking classic film. If you haven't seen this, or you haven't seen it for a long time, I cannot recommend it enough. And if you can find it, even if you can't find the DVD, if you're streaming it, take your phone and pull out and look up the audio commentary on YouTube and play that sequentially. And I think you're in for a really good time if you can find it, because the behind the scenes stuff is really, really great with this film. I cannot recommend it enough. But again, thanks for having me. Thanks to the guys in the chat. I will see you. I'll see you next time, I guess.
Yeah, thanks very much, man. And you take care as well. And yes, Slapdash is available on Amazon. So if you're in the UK, do change the .com to .co.uk, because I don't know why it does that, but you know, I could not get it unless I changed that when I was buying it. So yeah, do check it out. And yeah, thanks very much, Lord of Toxicity. And I will see you probably on the Buffy stream on Sunday, and maybe on the Thursday stream as well, the On Tap. So I'll see you then. So yeah, we are coming up to the end now. Is Gay Perry has pretty much shot the guy with his dick gun, and Harold is pretty much shown to be a bit of a twat as well, a bit of an ignorant twat, saying, "Oh, there was a gun there. I thought it was like a gay thing, like you had a secret weapon you're born with." I was like, "What? What the fuck?" Once again, Harmony is staking out the cemetery as well, the cremation, and I forgot to mention earlier as well. Harold was like, "Yeah, but what about the body being connected? I mean, aren't they going to find evidence?" I was like, "Yeah, well, they thought about that. That's why they're getting cremated." So, yeah, once again, even though he's pretty much learning how to be a detective, he's still missing vital details. So, yeah, she's doing a little stakeout thing. She's watching them, and she just steals the fucking car. I mean, she's going out. She is going out. She is not fucking about here. So she gets a call saying, yeah, meet us up there later, we'll keep in sight for you, blah, blah, blah. So, yeah. We get a pretty dangerous case as well, where the villains are chasing her. High speed pursuit. She crashes. And it's looking bad. But she gets out unharmed. She's okay. And yeah, we kind of come back to the beginning as well, where Harold was shot by a bystander and his partner ended up getting killed. But now the partner pretty much gets shot in the chest, and he ends up getting the bullet that his partner was pretty much tried to shield him from. And it's looking like the villains are getting away, and it's looking like Perry is dead now because he's really, really coughing out a shit ton of blood. I was like, Jesus Christ, man. And I know he seems to survive, but I was like, I don't know, man, but I kind of let it go a little bit because it does deliver us a pretty good ending. And yeah, he's badly injured as well. He's shot in the chest. But he's still mustering up all strength he can. And she calls him, and she does that line she does at the beginning, and it gives him the strength to sort of prevail and think, "Fuck this! If I'm going to go out, I'm going to go out taking down these bastards." Yeah, and because the coffin sprung out of the back and ended up on the sand of that bridge for some reason, it's weird. It's you suspend your belief a little bit, but yeah, the corpse kind of saves his life. He falls over, and yeah, somehow he manages to find a hand to grip on. Yeah, and by some fucking miracle, one of the guns just falls down into his hand, and he manages to shoot Dexter, and he's like, Captain fucking Magic. It's like, he shoots this guy, bang, bang, bang. And yeah, he's taking down the bad guys. He's injured, he's tired, he's weak, he's vulnerable now, but hey, the book apparently stopped the bullet, and then apparently it didn't as well because the bullet's still in there and he passes out. Once again, I love that take as well because the bullet usually does stop the bullet and the person is okay, but no, this is a bit more reality. This is a little bit more of reality. A book is not going to stop a bullet depending on the caliber. A 2-2 maybe, I don't know, probably a flesh wound, but once again, great lines, delivery by Robert Downey Jr. Really, really selling the Shane Black wisecracks here as well. But yeah, it's looking like they've won this. They've won now. They've taken all the bad guys. Perry is not dead. He's just really fucked up. And it kind of goes back to LA Confidential as well, where Russell Crowe's character is shot multiple times, and he's in the car later, just really banged up. And yeah, why is he alive? They may as well bring everyone back. But yeah, it really happened here. So that's that sense of humor. And yeah, it's very nihilistic, but occasionally you need a little bit of optimism as well, because we're still seeing the good guys win here, despite going against the odds. So yeah. An underseen good but grimdark, edgy Christmas film is John Woo's Silent Night. Yes, I saw that a couple of years ago. I actually have done a little first impressions review on it. It's not my best review, but I was just kind of just running the recording equipment and just saying what I could with this movie, and I didn't really write it down or do any proper editing on it, but it's up there in my it's up there. Just got to go a bit further back into my my content catalog. I'll send you the link for it anyway. Yeah, it should be on streaming. I need to watch it again though, because that was pretty good. No dialogue whatsoever, and it was it's probably one of the best things Joel Kinnaman's done in a long time as well. I was never really a big fan of that actor. I thought he seemed like a nice guy, but he never really blew my scale up like whenever I saw him in something. Yeah, Willow Style Toxic, by the way, does he do signed copies of his books? You know what? I'll try and ask him. Hopefully he does. Oh, yeah, he does. Yeah, he's just got it in the chat now. So, yeah. Ask our English friend. Yeah. Yeah, just message him as well. He's on Twitter. So, I don't know where you're from, but if you're in another country and you want it posted, then it probably will cost a bit more, though. That's the thing. That's the thing with these international delivery services. They're a pain in the ass and they're very pricey. Yeah, John Woo remake of his own Killer is better and kind of great fun. I'm starting to wonder if I saw the original or the remake from the 90s with Chow Yun-fat. I'll check that out, though. I'll check that out. So, yeah, we're nearly done with the movie now. But this is where it reveals, listen, and he kind of calls this out early on in the movie. He even says, yeah, she unalived herself. You know, she didn't get murdered. He says this earlier on in the film. And, yeah, the plot ends up being a lot more simple than that. It's kind of more tragic and a bit more personable. And, yeah, it wasn't her sister that was used to be the fake daughter. It was the woman that got killed in the purple wig. So he's talked to his one of the guys who was a cop because, yeah, some of these private detectives usually are former cops or whatever. Yeah, so she was basically just stalking Dexter around, but then she saw him with a fake daughter, and he was, just having sex with her a lot as well. And she thought, okay, that was the real daughter. And after what happened with her father, it was too much to take. So she decided to just hire him to sort of stalk this guy and find out whatever dodgy evidence she could, probably. Yeah, so that's basically the whole plot that's been resolved. Yeah, she was just basically trying to find evidence of incest on it, and that's it. So yeah, in real life happens, and we're getting like a nice little last moment with him as well, and he's kind of giving him shit for being gay again, but it never feels malicious. It just feels like a good little back and forth from him as well. It's like, yeah, it's cross-dressing. Those guys are straight, perfect fathers, love the kids. Oh, I don't know. With the all, it depends on the drag team anyway. Like we've been seen trying to do those drag storytelling things. It's I don't know. I kind of have a little bit of a disagreement about it, but not all drag queens are bad. I've seen a few who've actually called this shit out. So yeah, it's like, my father loved me, you know, even when I was dressed up like a bottle. And it's like, well, he beat me in Morse code, so it's possible. It's like, fucking hell. God, I love it when a Christmas film is just fucked up. But this is a good film about two shitty guys kind of redeeming themselves. I mean, he tells Harry, listen, you're not a punk. I mean, we've seen this first half of this movie where he's just seen him as another fucking idiot that's getting used by these horrible Hollywood people. But no, he's actually seen that he is a good guy, and he is worth a lot more than that. And yeah, because he's gay, he's got to be a bit of a pervert on the blocks. But this is what character's done right. You know, we've got a character who's gay, but that's not what defines him. What defines him is the fact he's this very, very smart, intuitive, observant, very resourceful guy who knows what he's doing. You know, that's why characters like him are still one of my favorite characters. And while the whatever characters we're seeing in modern fucking cinema now are not. So it's the epilogue, and they go down to the funeral. And this is where he catches up with Private Ryan. So it's looking like Private Ryan didn't earn this. I mean, Christ. That ruined that movie for me. And yeah, he is fucking brutal on him as well. I mean, when he was young, he was a sicko pervert. Now he's just helpless. And he's kind of like it's like Perry is the only revenge for this poor girl now. So yeah, I thought I was going to go to the zoo, but I thought I'd come here and look at a real animal. I mean, what? That is nasty. That is just brutal. And I totally fucking praise him for it. And it's like, you know what? Harmony was right. She was murdered. You pulled the trigger. It just took this long for the bullet to hit. I mean, the pure vitriol he sees in this guy as well. I mean, yeah. Anyone who grips their daughter with a sicko, they deserve that. But I don't know if he does feel a little bit of guilt here that he's hit this helpless old man, despite the fact he hates him for all the sick things he's done to his own daughter. But I would love to know your thoughts on that as well. Once again, the 35-year-old actress who's fucked more people than she's had hot meals, and He's still trying to act. He's in this fucking advert. So yeah, it does one last little narration for the end as well to close the movie off, and he's trying to fucking give this movie a good moral center or something, like It's a Wonderful Life, and he's still fucking it up. I love that. That Shane Black for him, man. Just taking something that we're all familiar with and just sort of turning it on its head without going too James Gunn. And yeah, we close off and we get this really shitty song by Robert Downey Jr. because back in 2005 he released an album, and yeah, it's really bad. I've listened to some of the songs. I'm glad he got back into acting and did Iron Man. And that's the end of the movie. And God, it is very funny. It's witty. It's got a very good sick sense of humor, but there is still this humor. It is still very what's the term? There is still some humanity in it as well. There is still some good. There is still a little bit of optimism and a little bit of charm as well. And it's kind of a shame that it never got enough marketing. But I am seeing people giving this a lot more attention over the last 10, 20 years since this came out. But I'm still trying to get my mates to watch this because they would fucking love it. But everyone in chat, thanks for joining me and listening to me talk bullshit. I'm really glad Whammy Spoons, Drew Gordon. Won't stick around for long. I'm getting another Christmas review sort of finished. It was finished, but it needs re-editing and in some areas and rewriting in some areas. But it's only small bits, and I'll probably be premiering that on Wednesday. So yeah, next Wednesday I'll have a retrospective review on the Christmas Chronicles with Kurt Russell, because fucking Kurt Russell as Santa Claus, why not? And on Sunday, I'll be with Toxic on Buffy. I can't state what time it is when he will put it up on YouTube because it's recorded. And who knows, his schedule might change from the usual because he works. And Tuesday, I will not be on with Lance on the Outcast Creatives because I will be on with Trev Retro for Star Trek 3, I think. I'm still going to talk to him on that just in case that's still going ahead. If not, I probably will be on with the Outcast. Wednesday, I think on Monday I might be on Losers Lounge. Either Monday or Wednesday, because Blue is working a regular job again, so he's got a bit of a schedule and he might have to change his usual schedule on Wednesday to somewhere else. And Thursday on Tap Toxic, around about maybe 6 o'clock UK time, which could be 1 o'clock in US time, depending on the area. But that should be a lot of fun, and hopefully I don't fuck up too much on the trivia like I did a couple of weeks ago and embarrass myself. But it's still good fun. It is still good fun. I'm glad to be doing that. And next Friday, I will be doing Christmas Carol with Blue Collar Loser and maybe more guests as well. We'll see what happens. Sometimes these guests come on at the last minute, you know, or I'm a fucking idiot who doesn't tell enough people just in. Because I guess I'm getting so fucking preoccupied with a lot of stuff, and it's Christmas. And Christmas is a pain in the ass, but even though I love Christmas. But yeah, if you've not seen Kiss Kiss Bang Bang, I would highly recommend watching it. It's if you want your Christmas, if you're fed up of the usual sort of sappy, wholesome Christmas films, this will really indulge the sick fucking you. And you've got some great dialogue. You've got a great dynamic between Val Kilmer and Robert Downey Jr. and Michelle Monaghan. And Michelle Monaghan gets naked a couple of times in it. So, you know, there's a lot to like. And yeah, there is nothing else I can really add to that as well. So yeah, thanks for joining me. I will go through everyone. I hope I don't miss anyone. Admiral Teague, Whammy Spoons, Drew Gordon, Cosmic Mickey Holder. I got it wrong last time. I was Cosmic Mickey Holder. I do apologize. And yeah, because a lot of the same names are still popping up. It's the Phobos. Thanks for joining me, even if it's for a few minutes. I mean, you're always welcome, man. Admiral Teague. You know, I should have fucking had you on as well. But yeah, it's nearly 3 hours. We haven't gone on too long, so it's a nice, good little tight scream. So. And Mr. E, always welcome, man. I'll try and get you on for another one someday. Let me know if you want to go on Muppets Christmas Carol. And who else was? Mr. Prayers, always welcome, man. And if you want to invade England, feel free, because we need your help. We want to say offensive things on Facebook again and on YouTube. Where Miss Bones, I think I might have mentioned you. Apologies if I haven't. Nick's sad you couldn't come on, couldn't stay on for a little longer. You're always welcome. I might have to put a hammer on off Nick's name then instead of Nick's, because it's looking like it's not there anymore since you changed it. So Cosmic Relief Crusader, I was hoping you could come on as well, man. Because I send the link to you, but if you couldn't, it's no problem. If you YouTubing does take a lot of time if you're editing videos. I mean, So whether you beautiful bastards are Northern English or not, thanks for watching, and do remember to like, comment, share, subscribe, and to ring that bell in order to be notified. And if you wish to further support this channel, then the links are in the description below. But right now, that's me done, and I'm off to the pub. Enjoy your weekend, you jolly festive motherfuckers.